Hey, Easy. Thanks for coming on, man. How's the research going?
Where are the forges?
What the hell's a forge?
Damn it, Hazel. You know they were sunset.
What's a sunset?
Forges?
Well, I never did get my whisper, so maybe we can run that.
Yeah, about that.
Oh, hey, I know what happened there. The darkness came and they ate that planet.
The what? The darkness? That's real?
Yeah, a lot of shit actually happened while you were away, Easy.
So, wait a minute. I'm doing this thing called an override. Like, who's talking to me?
Oh, that's Misrax. He's an Elixni.
Whoa, we're helping the Fallen now?
Yeah, Easy, I don't know how to tell you this. We don't call him Fallen anymore. I guess it's considered racist.
What the hell?
Well, just wait till you hear this, man. We're friends with the Cabal now.
Of course we are. And well, it seems like there's a lot going on, so y'all guys enjoy it, and I'm just going to go look at my nudie magazines.
Okay.
What the hell's a forge?
Guardian down.
What's up, everybody? Hey, thanks for hanging out with us today. Welcome to episode 109 of Guardian Downcast. We're a couple dads that love all things in the Destiny universe, and we talk about it. We also interview content creators and community members to find out more about them. We're the show that's proud of our roots. I'm your host, the Gatr, and my co-host, Mr. Hazelnut NT, is here as well. How you been, man?
I've been doing good, man. Been doing pretty good. We're, I believe, going to be celebrating my wife and daughter's birthday for probably another week. And then that should be it until
That's all?
next year.
All right.
Yeah. It's just for the month of August.
Okay.
And then, after that, then it's, preparation for, next year, I guess.
You get a week to rest. Got it.
Exactly. So, yeah. But aside from that, not much else going on. Work is still work, and that's pretty much it. What about you, man?
Oh man, I'm just so giddy this week, seeing this last TWAB come out, and season of the Voop, Gator's gonna be so happy this season. We'll get into that, but
that's one of us.
I can't wait, man. I called it on the fast fire.
You didn't call shit, man.
I told you.
They said what was going to happen. They said they were going to rework.
We haven't even finished the intro, and we're already arguing. All right, I love it. It's going to be great tonight. Well, okay. All right. This week, guys, we finally talked him into coming back to the show. This is a moment that I have been looking towards for, I think, over a year now. I think, Hazel, right? It's one of our very first hosts of the show. It's Easy. How you been, man?
Good. Actually, you know what? Give me a second, and
that's a sound clip.
I'm doing much better now. Thank you.
You're gonna need it tonight, brother. You're gonna need it. Well, yeah. How you been, man? Doing good?
I was just gonna say, doing good. Since the last time I was on the show, I have another human in my household, so that makes 5 mouths to feed.
Wow.
So it's pretty wild and crazy over here. Every day, all day.
I bet, man. I bet. Well, let's preview what we're going to talk about tonight. It's a big one. First, we're going to catch up, obviously, and see what's going on in Easy's life since his last show with us back on episode 14. In October of 2019. Next, Hazel is going to go over the final TWAB of the season of the Splicer for this 15th week. Yeah. Next, we're going to answer.
I just took another drink of the beer.
Oh, was it that bad?
It's still fucking terrible.
Next, we're gonna answer questions from our community and add 2 songs each to our award-winning Guardian Downcast show playlist on Spotify and iTunes. All right. What do you say, guys? Ready to roll?
Let's do it.
I'll take that as a yes. Hey, thanks for listening to Guardian Downcast. You can find us on Twitter at Guardian_D_cast.
Or, you can find us on Instagram at Guardian_Down_cast and see what pics our weekly guests want to share with you.
Or Hazel, Just visit our website at guardiandowncast.com for all the contact information and where else you want to find us. And you can also play any past episodes you like in any order you like, right from your browser.
Don't you or me, man. Anyway, so hey, Guardians, check us out, and later, Guardians.
Toddles.
Hey, that's my line, man.
Well, easy. Man, it's been a while, man. I know you've been poking in and out of the Discord over the last year or two, and it's good to see you back, man. How's life treating you? I mean, I know you just said you have another mouth to feed and all that, but now you're from what part of Texas were you from again?
We live in North Dallas.
Dallas.
Yeah, right in almost in Oklahoma, almost in Louisiana.
Well, you're right on the border.
So
there.
it's a lot of fun.
Nice. Good deal. Well, since you haven't been with us for, gosh, let me think, 2 years?
Over a year.
2 years. I think it's been 2. I think it's been 2 years. What's changed since you've I mean, obviously you have another child. What else has changed in your life, man?
I think that's it, man.
Really?
I am a father of 3. My wife and I both work, so our life doesn't change dramatically. Still gaming. I still have my routine Tuesday, Thursday game night. Mainly single player games. Actually, there are some multiplayer games coming up here pretty soon that I may dip into and see if there's anybody else in the community that would want to hang out and have a great time with. But I mean, that's it. Just raising kids and playing games and playing golf and working, and that's about it. Pretty boring middle American standard life, you'd say.
There's nothing boring about American life. It's always fun. Yeah.
Nice, man. Well, that's awesome. I'm glad to know that you're, doing good and things like that. I know that you, myself, Dell, and Grugrux, we have a little group that we made and things like that, which is pretty cool. But you've been doing some game reviews.
I wouldn't call them full-on game reviews, but I envy the game journalism side of this industry, and I've really over the past couple of years I listened to a ton of reviews and I read a ton of stuff. Hazel, you know that me and you both appreciate the skill up videos. Every time there's a new game that comes out, it's skill up, then it's Digital Foundry, then usually I'll dip into IGN and Game Informer and just try to hit all the major publishers, kind of see what they say about it. So kind of on the side, just as a fun thing, I kind of write up my thoughts on games and do like a year-end review and all that stuff. And I mean, it's just me. I'm telling you, I'm a nerd. So it's kind of just one of my, I don't like to forget game. I play so many games now. It's not just Destiny, right? So I feel like if I write stuff down, I can always go back and kind of remember, what I truly enjoyed about a game and what really captured my imagination. And so it's something that I enjoy to do now. I haven't put anything in our Discord. I usually just dump it in the one that I'm with Dell and Gru and Hazel. And like I said, they're only a couple paragraphs but it's just, I love the game and I love to express the wonderful artistic ability that these devs in sound design and musical people have. And I really just love enjoying what they create. Right. So,
right.
Yeah. Nice, man. Nice. So I've got a follow-up question for you. So recommend your top 2 or 3 games that people should play outside of Destiny.
Outside of Destiny.
Which ones get the easy seal of approval?
Oh my goodness.
Is it the FedEx game? Hey,
so
I bought it for you, by the way.
For anybody that doesn't know, I played Death Stranding last year, and it blew me out of the water. Yeah. I'm not going to promote it because you can go on the internet and kind of see for yourself. But it's a slow game, but there were a couple character moments, and there's an actual character in there. Her name's Fragile. And her performance just blew me away. Just some of the voice acting and the stuff that she does and what her character has to go through on that journey. It's one of the games where I just kind of sat there and I almost brought a tear to my eye a couple moments with just some of the obstacles she had to overcome in that game. But so I think I'd say Final Fantasy VII Remake really blew me away last year. I thought it was incredible. It's got a great story. It's real goofy, but it's able to balance the fun, goofy side of humanity with the very hard-hitting, sensitive political stuff, and it really did a great job. I seal of approval, another game. I'll put just probably because it's not popular in this Discord, is I just finished a game called Persona 5 Strikers. It's kind of a spinoff from the Persona 5 game. It's got a great story, great combat, great artistic and musical and everything like that. I thought it was absolutely incredible. And then another game that I would put my seal of approval on. Now you're going to make me go through my game library that I very nerdly have on my computer and find something. You know what? I'm just going to sell out and say The Last of Us 2. I thought The Last of Us 2 was incredible. I read all of the political stuff and I shied away from it from a long time because just it brought a lot of, I don't know what the word is, but it broke the community in two. But I played it and I absolutely dug it. It was incredible. And Mass Effect 2. Mass Effect 2 is one of probably the second best game I've ever played, second or third. I know I did 4 there, and I'll stop talking.
Did you? I'm curious. Did you get the remastered collection?
I am halfway through Mass Effect 3 Legendary Edition, and I've played them pretty much back to back to back.
I've always appreciated that about you, man. You always go on our other games channel in our Discord, and I always appreciate you putting new games in there because I'm not going to try them. You just know me, man. You know me all too well, but I love that other people are out there trying these games, and I got to quit looking at the chat. It's going to kill me. It's too distracting. But that's the one thing when you were our third co-host long ago, you always wanted to talk about new games coming out and gaming news and stuff. And we just, you remember those days, man. We had 2-hour community question. It was brutal. It was tough, man. Now we just have to have a heart out. At a certain time, we just cut them off. We just can't do it. But unfortunately, our community questions keep piling up every week. So we're going to try to knock a lot of those out tonight. But is there anything gaming news wise that you might want to mention? I know you keep on top of that stuff. Is there any stories or anything that interest you lately, or?
Other than the fact that I've been excited to play Diablo 2 for 9 months, and now I want to shit on the game because those people are scum of the earth.
Yeah.
Still trying to get over that one. But
that hurts.
I'm going to skip ahead a little bit. Warcry asked a question about, am I ever going to come back and game with y'all?
Yeah.
And I think Battlefield may bring me back into multiplayer.
I was just going to ask you about that.
Yeah, man, it looks too good.
It looks like it just can't fail. Oh, damn it. Hold on. Got to knock on wood. I don't want to jinx it. But, dude, I started a whole other podcast because of this stupid game.
Yeah.
It looks really good, man. It looks really... They have so many different ways to play it. I'm really excited, dude. And, October 22nd will be here before you know it. But what's the things about that game that excites you?
I've just been away from multiplayer for so long, and I played Battlefield back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
I played a lot of Call of Duty back in the day, and I miss the competitiveness. Like if Destiny had like a free to play multiplayer, well balanced, like Crucible that I could hop into. Man, I loved playing Crucible, and I know that it's very divisive right now because they screwed it all up. But just playing with you guys, and there's something about the Crucible, as bad as it is. The Crucible reminds me of golf. Like you'll go in and you'll get your ass wiped one game, and then the next game you'll pull off a couple great shots, turn the tide, and you're like, man, there's nothing better. I really miss the multiplayer aspect of gaming, and I'm going to try to kind of squeeze it in between all these other titles that I'm viciously trying to work through.
Yeah, it's funny you should say golf because I'm golfing 8 a.m. tomorrow, 18 holes, and I just got a new golf bag, so I'm all pumped to.
What'd you get? What kind of golf bag?
It's called a Bag Boy. It's a Bag Boy brand. It actually has a rotating head on it where the clubs can be spun around at the top. I love that aspect of it because I hate having to dig through my clubs while they're on the cart. And it has some special patented cart strap too that makes it strap real easy to the cart. Because I've had these damn bags come off before if you hit a bump and stuff. So, and of course, it doesn't help my friends undo it too while I'm golfing. But everyone's had that done to them if you play golf. But and I got some new irons. Money I probably should not have spent, but my wife's not listening, so I got some new irons. I can't wait to try them out tomorrow. They're Cleveland Golf. They were
very nice.
They're very nice. They're ZX1s, I think. I can't remember the brand name exactly. But I went to the PGA Tour outlet superstore. And they sit there. You tell them what clubs you're thinking about, and you just sit there and hit balls into a screen. It's so much fun, dude. I've never done that before. And they're like, dude, you had just hit the 7-wood like 160 yards. I said, I want these. Like, all right. But yeah, I mean, what was going back to Battlefield, what was the first Battlefield game you played? I'm just curious.
Bad Company 2. Yep.
That's my buddy Joe Taco I talked to last week said the same thing. I missed that one for some reason because I thought with all the zany looking characters, they kind of changed it up. I bypassed that one. I didn't do it, not knowing that it was the setup to Battlefield 3, which is one of my favorite all time Battlefield games. But
yep.
But I was just curious. I was just curious how you were. If you were going to play the new Battlefield 2042 that's coming out, because I'm just so pumped about the game. There's only two. I mean, you know me, man. I don't play other video games, but I'm going to be splitting time between these two games come October.
I hear you say that. I hear you say that.
Oh, dude, I got a podcast about it. I have to play it. That's why I'm fully in, man. I'm fully committed to it now. So, yeah, Hazel's shaking his head. I don't even need the camera to even know he's doing it. Anything else gaming news? I mean, I know you always wanted to talk gaming news and new games and stuff coming up. Was there anything else you wanted to mention while we're on that topic subject right now?
No, not really. I mean, a lot of stuff's just getting pushed back. I'm still waiting for Cyberpunk to get its shit together. I bought like all the strategy guides and man, I've been ready to play since day one. Hell, I was only able to get the digital version of PS5. I couldn't even buy the damn game for like 5-6 months. But we'll see. We'll hopefully they can turn it around. I'm really hoping they can turn it around because it looks something that would be completely up my alley. But I'm going to wait for that next gen patch and wait for things to smooth out before I dive into it. Other than that, Halo. If anybody is interested in Halo, that multiplayer beta looked incredible, and everybody's raving about it. So I'll probably be diving into that as well. And it's free, right? The multiplayer is free.
It's free to play, yeah. They just did the technical playthrough, and they did it publicly, not like Battlefield where they're hiding it from everybody. But it's still leaked out anyway. But still, the fact that they did the playtest as an open playtest, you know, you had to be invited to play it, but still, people could stream it. You could expect what's coming, you know, and you can aim down the sights. I played the first Halos where you couldn't aim down the sights, and that's why I quit playing it. But
that drove me crazy.
I may jump into it and play some PvP. I mean, it's free to play, right? I almost said that without cracking a smile. I almost said that without cracking a smile.
Wow. Sorry.
I even started.
Years. Nasty.
I even started cracking a smile before I even finished that sentence. I'm sorry. I even mentioned it. Hazel, you got anything you want to talk about?
Well, easy. Like, so since you were on, what have you been up to, man? What have you been doing and things like that besides gaming? Anything? Just
like gaming and golf. Just took a couple of vacations. I actually have an Airbnb story. So to preference, my wife and I have been doing Airbnbs for 10 years, maybe. Ever since we had our first kid, we decided that hotels they don't fly with little kids.
Yeah.
So everywhere we go, we schedule and rent an Airbnb. Have never had any issues until about 6 weeks ago. And I'm going to tell the story. I still can't believe what happened. It's absolutely crazy.
I'm all ears, man. I'm going to hear it.
So have y'all done, before I get started, Gatr, Hazel, have y'all done an Airbnb before?
I have not. My wife does Travelocity. We just get it all in one package. And before we go tonight, you have to tell the Denver story again I know our old time listeners know that story, but you got to tell that story again. The Denver story about your luggage. Remember? You got to tell that one again. I know I know it's been a long time since you've told that story, but I was on the floor that night, dude. I just, for everyone here and who hasn't listened to you in the past, you got to tell that story too. But first, your Airbnb. Hazel, have you ever done an Airbnb?
I haven't, but my wife has. She's done it, I think, a couple times, and she's had a great time. I mean, yeah.
I've heard there's scams going on. That's all I know about it.
Yeah. Anyway, so my wife and I, like I said, every time we travel, we always book an Airbnb, and we've never had. There's a couple times been some questionable moments, but you just kind of soldier through them and just it'll work out for the best. But this time, so we drove down to Houston to see my 101-year-old grandmother.
Oh my God. Wow.
So, still soldiering on. So we drive down to Houston. The house is kind of close to where my grandmother's retirement community is. The inside of the house looks absolutely gorgeous. Close to the Galleria and all that stuff. So we drive down there. We get close. We're in a decent neighborhood, and as we continue to drive, have you ever been there where you're going to a location, and every light you stop at, the neighborhoods get a little bit sketchier, and you're like, God, come on.
That's Atlanta. That's Atlanta for me.
And you're just like, hopefully this light. And you're like, damn it, next light. And you're like, oh, God.
It's looking sketchy.
So it kept going on. We pulled into the neighborhood, and everybody's different. Everybody has a different lifestyle. Personally, I don't like to have burnt couches and broken down cars in my front yard, but that's just how I choose to live. That doesn't mean that somebody else can't be comfortable in that atmosphere.
That's true.
So,
I don't judge.
So we got out of the car and we were like, you know what? We'll be fine. No problem. We go in, we're going to be there for like 4 days. We unpack everything, all the suitcases. And I've got 3 kids. I got a 9-year-old, a 5-year-old, and an 18-month-old.
Oh my God.
So we unpack all the suitcases. By the way, there's no dishes, there's no plates, there's nothing in the fridge. Normally, when you do an Airbnb, it's fully stocked.
Of course,
because they're planning on you. Right. They usually have stoves where you could cook. Anyway, the dishwasher was broken, and my wife was already a little perturbed, but she called the management company. We went out to Dave & Buster's, took the kids bowling. By the time we got back, it was fully furnished. No big deal.
Oh, nice. That's a surprise.
Yep. Oh, yeah. That lady was super nice. Next day, we go see my grandmother. We go to the children's museum. We do a whole bunch of stuff, and we decide to really push it to like 4:00, right? Baby hasn't had a nap. Kids are tired, but we're pushing it. We're like, when we get back to the house, we'll throw them all in front of the TV. We'll cook some dinner. My parents will come over. Nice. We'll drink some wine, and we'll have a good time.
Sounds like a good night.
So we pull in to the street. There is a car in the driveway with the trunk open. Some guy is like in his trunk. The door to the house, front door of the house is wide open.
What? Shit, this does not look good.
No. Red flags. Ding, 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 ding. So we pull into the driveway. This lady comes out. As I'm getting out, I told the kids and my wife to stay in the car. I got out, and this lady comes out. She's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I don't know how this happened." She just started apologizing, and I was like, "Okay, that's fine. Just tell me what's going on." She goes, "Well, I bought this house this morning."
Oh my God, really?
And I go, what? And she goes, "I bought this house this morning."
Oh my God.
So I don't know how to tell you this, but like we told them not to rent this house out, and they went ahead and did it anyway. Shit. And she was like, "I don't know what to tell you." Meanwhile, I have got a baby about to explode.
Of course.
My kids are they've had a long day. They just want some TV.
Oh yeah. Right? They're almost at red line, I'm sure.
Oh my goodness. And I was like, that's fine. And then my wife gets out of the car, and the lady's like, "Listen, I also do Airbnb, and if you want to you can stay here for $100 a night. I won't, it's fine, blah, 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 blah." And I said, "Okay, can I take my family inside real quick, sit them down, and can I process this and talk to you here in a couple minutes?" She was like, "Take your time. Don't worry." Said, okay, got the kids in the house, got the TV on. My wife and I look at each other and we're like, I just don't know how comfortable I am staying, right? Mm-hmm. Who knows what's going on? This lady's off. We don't know. They've changed the locks. We're not in a great neighborhood. Anyway,
is she asking for 100? Is she asking for 100 cash a day?
100 cash a night.
That's never a good thing either.
Right. So we decide, hey, you know what? I went out, and the lady was like, "Hey, so did you decide what you want?" And I said, "Yeah, you know what? I think we're gonna find a hotel room." I said, I've got 3 young children, as you see. I'm going to pack everything up, and we're going to try to be out of here as soon as possible. So we appreciate, any kind of patience. And she goes, "Don't worry about it. Not a problem. Take your time." So I go inside. Mind you, everything's out of the suitcases. Everything.
Oh yeah.
So we're repacking. About 20 minutes later, I hear a knock on the door. I go to the door, and the lady's like, "So how's it coming along? Y'all packing up?" And I said, "Yeah, we're trying to get everything together." And she goes, "Okay, well, I have people driving in from Austin staying here tonight, so I'm going to need y'all to expedite it."
GTFO.
And I said, "Okay, lady." I said, "Listen, we will get out of here as quick as we can." She was like, "Okay, when do you think you can get out?" And I said, "We will try to get out of here within the hour."
Right.
She said, "Okay." I shut the door. Mind you, 10 minutes later, I hear a knock on the door. I go out there, and the lady said, "Listen, I know you're trying to get out of here, but if you can't get out in 5 minutes, I'm going to call the cops."
Oh, what shit. The hell? No, wait a minute. Now, I got a question before we continue. Just pause the story a second.
Okay.
You've already paid all your money, right?
Oh,
ahead of time.
Yeah. It's like $1,000 is out of our bank account.
Oh my God, dude.
Yeah.
All right. Unpause. I'm sorry.
So she said, "I'm going to call the cops." She could hear my wife in the other room. My wife goes, "What the fuck?" She's hot.
Oh, I bet.
And I was like, and I said, "Okay, lady," I said, "I understand where you're coming from, and I understand what you want to do." I said, "If you need to call the cops, go ahead and call them." And I shut the door in her face.
Right.
So it took us about another 20 minutes. We packed everything up, and then we got in the car. luckily, I had called my dad and I was like, listen, obviously we're not having dinner here tonight. I told him the story, and he booked us 2 hotel suites that were like next to each other.
Nice.
Which it was okay, having 2 suites, but you don't have the front yard, you don't have the backyard, and with kids, with 3 young boys, man, they love to be outside.
Yeah.
We're a bunch of Texas rednecks, so we love it outside.
Sure.
And so we ended up packing up and getting out of there, but and we got a full refund.
Okay, good.
It was just absolutely,
dude, that's
just the moment she was like, I'm going to call the cops. I was like, go ahead.
She was saying, okay, it's fine. Why don't you just stay here for $100 a night? And then all of a sudden when you said no, or you're trying to decide what to do and you decide to do, she already has friends from Austin already heading there that quickly?
Oh, yeah. Well, what we found out is she already had it listed the day before, and she was just ready to go. And the moment she bought it, it was on Airbnb. Someone booked it.
Oh my God.
And she was pushing us out so she could get the cleaning. The thing is, she wasn't going to make any money. And so we were in the way of her making money. So, I mean, I get it, but whatever.
But still, you got to have some tact, man. Come on. Give me a break. All right, so we know that you don't have the best luck when it comes to vacations. Please, before we move on, you got to tell us the Denver story.
Okay. I'll make it short since I've been talking. I feel like I've been talking
dude,
this whole podcast.
No, this show is about you, dude.
So we flew in the Denver airport. We take the shuttle down to where you rent a car. Mm-hmm. We rented a Tahoe. Which actually we bought that same Tahoe as soon as we got back because we absolutely loved it.
Oh, nice.
Now that we know how the rear door works. So we shove everything in the back. I guess the rear door was automatic, but I just kind of muscled it all the way down to where I thought it was locked.
Right.
We pull out of the parking lot into the freeway, and it's not a freeway. It's probably about 55 miles an hour.
They're hauling ass, man. They're hauling ass.
Back door. What?
They're hauling ass on that road. I know that road because I was at that same rental area.
Oh, yeah. They're booking it. I pull out on the road. Rear door flies open. Vacation style. Luggage starts spilling out all over the fucking freeway. I pulled over to the side of the road. I ran like 100 yards back to where our luggage was. Luckily, this bus... 2 suitcases are wide open. I mean, there's panties and deodorant, and there's just shit all over the road. And luckily, one of the airport buses pulled out and blocked the road for me. The super nice guy, and he gave me a chance to run out there. I threw everything in the suitcases. I went back, and then I was like, "Oh, it's an automatic door. No wonder." So
oh my God,
I hit the button, it locked, and we were on our way.
Didn't you say someone hit your luggage or something? I can't remember.
Oh, you said someone it got ran over about 4 times before the bus pulled out.
Dude, you and vacations, I don't understand it. Oh my God. Okay, so kids, the moral of the story is no Airbnb, no Airbnbs. Don't do it right now. It's too crazy.
Some are okay.
It's too crazy right now. This is why we didn't take a vacation this summer, because people were showing up with no rental cars. People were showing up, getting scammed, showing up to a house they didn't have a key to, but because it wasn't available. I'm just kind of like your situation, Easy. That is crazy, dude.
Wow.
That is nuts. Wow.
Fun stuff.
How do you top that, Hazel?
Wow. Well, first, I'm not going to travel with Easy.
Yeah, that's for sure.
That's awesome. Wow. I'm just speechless.
Oh my God. That still is my favorite podcast story of all time, is the one in Denver. That I think I laughed so much I was drowning out the mic. I remember I had to do some really special editing on that show. Oh my God. Wow. Well, hey, anything else, Hazel, or are we moving on to that good old speed run?
Well, are you watching anything?
Yes, please. I have some answers too.
Well, but let's let y'all talk for a second. What are y'all watching right now?
All right, Hazel, go ahead.
I mean, I'm watching What If. The second episode just came out. It's the animated show about like basically like what if something else happened instead of what happened with the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Mm-hmm. So watching that, I watched the second episode. I thought it was okay. To me, it didn't have any surprises or anything like that. It all seemed sort of very standard. I think the first one had more surprises to me. Aside from that, watched the fourth episode of Titans, which is very, very, very fun.
So stop right there. So Titans is something that I just now kind of caught wind of. It's DC. It's like a young DC crew. Is that correct?
Younger, like not like Teen Titans, but they're older than that. But old enough to make mistakes.
Is it like The Boys? Is it kind of, or is it not quite as wild as The Boys?
Definitely not as wild as The Boys. I mean, it's still grounded in like reality to a degree, but yeah, definitely not as wild as The Boys. But it's basically like, have you watched any of the new DC like things like Suicide Squad or The Emancipation of Harley Quinn?
Not yet. On the list.
Just skip the one about Harley Quinn. Just go on straight to the.
Don't listen to Gatr. Gator's old and crotchety.
She's so annoying, man. She's so annoying.
Man, get off my lawn.
It's worse than the Penguin.
I don't like your boots, Harley Quinn.
So, watch it on mute. That's what I did. No, I'm just kidding. So, but with it though, it's basically like they say fuck. It's really like grounded. It's mostly pretty violent, and it seems like that's the niche that DC's taking now. So that's the niche that that Titans is in. Basically, they say fuck. They don't spare the blood. The violence is kind of at 11 when it goes on. So, like, I mean, like the first episode is basically what you're in for. It took me like a whole season to get used to it, just because it's not my typical DC kind of thing. But now I absolutely love it. I mean, I think that it took a whole season to kind of get the feel for what it's about. And that, that it's basically taken from the perspective that they're real people.
Yeah, I like that. I tend to lean towards DC.
Mm-hmm. Yep, same here.
But I tend to move that way. I'm really not even. I wasn't a Marvel fan. Now this is weird, and I know I'm going to piss a lot of people off. I feel like when I watched all the Marvel movies, how they were released and the years that it took for them to kind of be produced and come out in the movie theater, I didn't enjoy them. But my 9-year-old has decided he wants to watch them all in order. And I feel like I'm enjoying them much more now that I have a holistic picture of everything and knowing that all the writing kind of
all heads towards something.
Right. That there was all a bigger plan in the works, and I feel like I appreciate it much more now this swim through than I did just watching them as single movies in the movie theater.
Yeah, nice. I mean, I haven't gone back and watched like any of them like that, but I've heard some people doing that. I'm tempted to maybe try it out and see. So. Oh. I just looked in chat. Nolsey. Shame on you.
What Nolsey?
It's like Smallville, but Teen Titans. No. Nolsey.
By the way, listeners, I know you can't see what's going on right now. We're in our podcast live channel. It's our new stage channel that Discord offers, where people can actually listen in while we're podcasting live. It's kind of like Twitch without the cameras. Think of it that way. So we tried cameras tonight. It doesn't show up, so we just turned them off. But yeah, we have a live chat that's next to the actual podcast listen in channel. So if you want to hop in, from time to time we go live like this, and Easy is kind of a special guest tonight, so we wanted to celebrate and do the live stuff tonight. So I just want to remind you, that's what we're talking about. We're looking in chat.
Oh, Gatr, you're gonna make me cry over here.
Sorry, dude. Hey, I gotta mention I know you got some things to mention, but I saw Free Guy last night at the movie theater. That movie was pretty good, man. The one about the video game. He's in the video game. Jesus.
Is that Ryan Reynolds?
Ryan Reynolds. Thank you. Thank you for keeping me from having to look it up on Google. Yeah, it was really, my wife even liked it, and it gave me Ready Player One vibes, kinda, and I love that movie. But this one wasn't quite as good as that, but I don't think anything's gonna beat that movie, but, really a well done movie. Really a well done movie, and I recommend everyone goes and sees it or waits for it to come out on streaming if you don't want to go out in public. But I got to tell you about a show I saw on Apple TV. I don't know if you guys get the Apple TV or not, but did you remember that one music documentary on Netflix where they would actually talk to different bands and dissect their song?
Song Exploder? Or
yes, Song Exploder. Yes, I've got a better show than that. This is called Watch the Sound with Mark Ronson. Wow, what a show. He tackles what he does. It's a little bit different than the other show. He actually interviews the guy who is on that show, by the way. But he tackles several actual issues in making music. It's divided up into 4 shows. One is about auto-tune. One is about overdubs or sampling. One was about reverb. And the final one was my favorite subject, synthesizers. And holy shit, what a great show. If you have Apple TV or ways to watch it, Gatr, you definitely want to catch this show. I mean, I binge watched it. They're about 35, 40 minutes of episode. I binge watched it all night instead of gaming. It had me so hooked. And actually, I'm picking songs from that show tonight. I was so inspired by that show. So a total 90-degree turn for song picks tonight. But those are the 2 things I wanted to mention. Anything else, Hazel? Easy? You been watching? Easy, you got something?
We've been watching just the nightly Ma and Paul shows, I guess. Me and my wife watch. We're watching Star Trek Discovery.
Good show.
Yeah, it's okay. You know, it's okay. I'm a sci-fi nerd, so I enjoy it. But I think that if that's not your niche, this show's probably not going to do it for you.
Well, if you're a diehard Trekkie and you're all about story and lore, then you're probably going to get upset by some of this because they kind of throw the story around a little bit.
Yeah,
I've watched all the seasons. Have you watched all the seasons yet?
We are at the end of season 2, and I think there's 3 available now.
There's another one coming.
So. Funny thing, the new season of Star Trek Discovery, the song that's in the trailer is the exact same song that's in the Mass Effect Legendary Edition trailer.
Really?
And so as soon as they played that trailer, the hair stood up on the back of my neck, and I was like, yes! And my wife was like, what are you talking about? I'm like, gaming stuff, and she, her eyes couldn't roll. Yeah, her eyes couldn't roll far enough back in her head. As soon as I started talking about gaming,
I always get the eye roll when I talk about any kind of gaming. I'm used to it by now. But our wives are very similar in that respect. But
yeah.
Anything else? Anything else has caught your fancy lately?
No, I'm good.
It's kind of the summer. It's the summer shows. You got America's Got Talent. I've been watching that. It's good. Match Game with Alec Baldwin is good. The Hustler. If you haven't seen The Hustler yet, it's got Craig Ferguson.
What is that? Give me a 1 minute pitch.
Craig Ferguson's the host. Think of 5 people sitting across from each other in a study. It's like you get a little Clue vibe, And basically, there's one person of these 5 that's the hustler, and they have to pretend like they're not the hustler. They have to fool everyone into thinking that someone else is the hustler, and they answer trivia questions as well as get clues about the hustler. And these people they pick as hustlers are really interesting people. The one I watched last night was he owned his own organic pet skin line and stuff. I mean, he's talking with he's talking with all these celebs via Twitter and social media and stuff. So they're high, and of course the guys like loaded and stuff. And it basically the hustler has can whittle away over certain rounds. There's 10 rounds total. You can eliminate 2 of the 5 people. So only thing that's left is the hustler and 2 other people. And if the 2 other people can figure out the other person's a hustler, they split the money. And if the hustler fools them and someone, they team up and think someone else is a hustler, the hustler gets all the money. So it's an interesting show. I mean, for a summer game show, it's really good. Holy moly, the miniature golf game I always liked. I like my game shows.
I know that one. No, not at all. I just wanted to say
you don't watch Holy Moly? Come on, man. These are really good shows. I did want to mention, before we moved on, I don't know if I did this last week, but I wanted to congratulate Larman Kentucky. He did reach his 1,000 rank last week. And I don't know if I know the guys over at the Guardian Hub mentioned it, and I was like, God, did I mention it last week? Fantastic, Larry. Good job on that. I mean, I've got everybody who pledged per level. I've got it all pinned in there. So check those out. Remember what you pledged. I'll be adding, I hit 400 on my season pass just last night. So at 5 cents a level, I don't know, I'm well over $70 or something, but I'm going to be probably donating a flat 100 to a good cause. And it's such a cool idea. And we're thinking about, we might do this next season. I don't know about you, Hazel. What do you think? Should we do this next season? Or maybe,
I don't know. I think we have to get Larry's. Get Larry's thoughts on it.
I talked to Larry. He's toast. He's like, I don't want to see a bounty.
I know he said that. Yeah, and that's the reason why I said, I'm like, do you think I'm thinking we should get him to voice and say it's not worth it. It's not worth putting yourself through that agony to get to level 1,000. Oh
my God, yeah. He did a great job. I mean, it was like a job to him. I mean, every morning I saw him on, he did really good. So, yeah, there's some people in there who pledged hundreds of dollars. I mean, just crazy, man. So thank you to everyone out there who did pledge this for season of the Splicer. We might do something in the future. We'll of course announce it if we do. But yeah, it was really a great idea, Larry. Got to pass it on to you. And one other thing that we do need to, I guess we need to do this before we move on to the speed run. And we got a letter today, another legal document, Hazel. I don't know if you got this or not.
Yeah, I got a copy fucking too.
I got it. I got served today, and I have to read this out on the show, I guess. Okay. This is from I guess the attorney is Teox itself. To who it may concern at Guardian Downcast, Negative LLC. On a recent episode of your, quote, show, my client, who shall hereby be known as Mo Telsix,
yeah,
participated in your patented speedrun segment in which participants try to answer as many questions as they can within the 69-second time limit. No, that's 90 seconds. Wrong. My client, Mo Telsix, wishes it to be known that you may have misrepresented their score by claiming they answered one question, when in reality 0 questions were answered. If you as the host are embarrassed by having a guest answer 0 questions, then we will need to have further discussions about inclusivity. Since it would be a violation of one of my clients, Mo Telsix, constitutional rights, you can figure out which number it is. To not have their proper score listed on the leaderboard. At this time, we will not be seeking monetary reimbursement, as we do not believe you, as the host, are familiar enough with cryptocurrency to fully understand how payments in 2021 and the future need to be handled. We will, however, be seeking an injunction against the usage of the speedrun leaderboard until such time as my client's Mo Telskus proper score can be listed. If you fail to comply, we will be forced to freeze the entire leaderboard and prevent anyone from actually winning the 2021 speedrun challenge. which we've heard has been rigged anyways. That's total and utter bullshit. Please respond by messenger vulture within 39 hours, or we shall be forced to summon the powers of the mighty bearded USPS, that's the United States Postal Service, to deal with your shenanigans. Sincerely, the Law Office of Teox itself and Teox TIT, Personal Injury, Speedrun, and Dusty Drapes attorneys.
I am so impressed. Whoever put the time into that did a great job.
That was Laz. That was Laz.
Yes.
Teox.
Excellent job. Excellent job.
I even complimented him. I said, "You took a lot of time to write this up." I says, I'm gonna have to read this out on the show. So it's for those of you in the listening audience tonight. You heard it first. So
yeah. So I'm really. I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of taken aback by all of this because
I'm lost for words here. I don't know what to say.
Well, I mean, I do the quality control. I was the one that gave him the point.
Yeah, so blame Hazel. Oh, shit. You're part of the show. Never mind. I deny anything.
But the thing is, though, is that you asked, what other thing has warlocks, titans, or hunters? And he answered like World of Warcraft.
He did. You're right.
He did. So, I mean,
I don't know.
I don't know.
Well, me and Hazel will have to discuss this matter further, and Chambers. Yeah, that's what we're gonna have to do. So, all right, no, enough funs. Thank you, Laz. That was cool to do, man. That was a lot of fun.
Yes, thank you.
I think if you guys don't have anything else to mention, I think it's time for the speed run. We're gonna do that right after this.
Call the Praxic Order. Call the Thanatonauts, the Jinsen Scribes. Call everyone so they can witness you.
Okay, listeners, this segment is called the Speed Run. This is where we have a database of over 250 randomly asked questions, and Easy will have 90 seconds to answer as many as he can. These are short 1 or 2 word answers, and at the end of the year, the guest with the most answer will win a prize and title of 2021 Speedrun Champion. The questions are randomly asked, so no one can memorize the order, and just answer quickly what comes to mind. Tonight, I'm going to ask the questions randomly from the list. Hazel is the timekeeper and quality control expert. In the event of a questionable answer, Hazel's decision will be final, Gatr. Startian is our current leader at 39. That's why you say Hazel. Easy. You ready to do this, man? I'm going crazy.
39. God
39,
dang.
dude,
like I don't even want to try.
I will tell you this. I have 40 questions drawn up. So you ready to do this?
Okay. Yeah.
All right. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Warlock, Titan, or Hunter?
Hunter.
Favorite color?
Blue.
Void, solar, arc, or stasis?
Void.
What's the latest you've been up gaming?
1 o'clock.
Smooth or chunky peanut butter?
Chunky.
What's your lucky number?
17.
Should there be freelance solo strikes in Destiny?
Solo.
What is your favorite breakfast cereal?
Fruit Loops.
Anna Bray or 801?
Anna Bray.
What's the worst job you've ever had?
Shoveling shit.
Spock or Data?
Spock.
What's the best sandwich?
A bologna.
Vanguard, Crucible, or Gambit?
Crucible.
Hive, Taken, or Scorn?
Hive.
What's your favorite Destiny planet?
Io.
EDZ or Cosmodrome?
EDZ.
Best Destiny subclass?
Void.
Last Wish or Leviathan Raid?
Last Wish.
Describe yourself in one word.
Awesome.
VR or IRL?
IRL.
Who would win, a Fallen Captain or a Cabal Centurion?
Fallen Captain.
Destiny 2 seasonal events, yes or no?
Yes.
What number am I thinking of?
17.
If you had more time, what would you do with it?
With the number, I'd make love to it.
Have you ever been in a band?
Yes.
Cake or pie?
Cake.
If your home was on fire, what one thing would you take with you?
Nothing.
DC or Marvel?
DC.
Drifter, is he evil, yes or no?
Yes.
Human, Awoken, or Exo?
Human.
If you could live anywhere in the world, where would it be?
Texas.
Morning person or night owl?
Morning.
Horror movies, yes or no?
No.
Apple or Android?
Fine.
I tried to cruise fast, man. I really did.
Man.
You did pretty
Yeah,
good, though. You did good, man. You were moving. I
It's
think
not 39. I know for a fact.
Easy brought his game tonight, man.
He did.
I don't know what the question was. What do you want me to do with the number.
I read
What
it.
time
That's
would you do
because
with it?
we're getting dissension in the ranks here. We got our we're calling people are calling BS on my reading, I guess. No, the question was
If you had more
if you had more
what would you do with
time,
it?
what would you do with it?
Oh, I thought you were
I know,
alluding
I know.
to the question before.
I know. I like your answer though.
Yeah, I'll allow it. I'll allow it.
No, Sneaky Snake. No lawsuits, please. I'm about to just crap this whole contest. Oh my God. All right, Hazel. How do you do, man?
34.
Yeah, that's what I got.
Oh,
Not bad.
not
man.
bad.
Not bad. That's
Pretty good. Yes.
That's pretty respectable, man. Not bad at all. Hey, listeners, I've got a question for you. Do you have a great speedrun question for next year's speedrun? If that's a yes, join our Discord, enter them in our speedrun questions ideas channel. Like I said, we'll add them to next year's speedrun. Just remember they need to be yes or no, 1 or 2 word answers, either or questions. What's your favorite will also be accepted. At the end of the year, we're having 2 drawings for a $25 gift card of your choice, and you can enter up to 5 questions to go into the drawing. So good luck. All right. Easy, you ready for the haul, man?
Let's do it.
Last twab of the season of the Splicer, and we'll do that right after this. Ladies and germs, last twab of season of the Splicer. Man, I'm so hyped for next week. But before we get to that point, Hazel, what's going on in the twab this week, man?
All right. Well, in response to Arisen Phoenix's question out here, he asks, is this twab juicy, meaty, or moist? And Sneaky Snake says, G, all of the above. And I have to agree.
Yeah.
It is a juicy, meaty, moisty twab.
Yeah, sorry, Chris, but it is.
Yeah. Hopefully moisty didn't make him shiver too bad.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. So with this, by the way, Easy, you can take your damn nudes back because they were all over the damn desk again. So you're here for one goddamn day and you just throw your shit everywhere.
That's a callback. That's a callback for you longtime listeners. That is a callback. Nice job.
Exactly.
Nice.
Exactly.
So Hazel, what do you have? What do you have against nudes?
Well, nothing until my wife leaves the Discord. So, all right, moving on. Weapon tuning. So that is basically the first area under the TWAB, which is a pretty big portion of this. So if anyone is interested in terms like Bungie uses, like fall off, projectiles, shotguns, like what they entail and things like that, definitely check out this TWAB. It will enlighten you into the world of Bungie and what they mean and what they do and things like that.
It's a very technical TWAB.
Yeah. I appreciated it though.
I did too.
Because I mean, it was great to see what fall off min versus fall off max is.
Mm-hmm.
Like hit scan versus non-hit scan. I knew what that was before, but they actually give examples about what are like hit scan kind of things.
Right,
so
right.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. All right. So global changes. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
Stasis is getting some legendary weapons.
Nice.
Let's go. So, stasis weapons are in the power slot, but basically, so stasis power weapons are in the power slot, but all other stasis weapons will be in the kinetic slot. So they do this to basically, they didn't want to make the energy slot too stuffed, basically. So that's just one thing to keep in mind. So you'll be able to have something like a kinetic, element in your kinetic slot. So that's going to be kind of fun. And they also did make a note here. Conveniently, it seems weird that they would say it like this, but the kinetic slot won't be renamed at this time. Wink, wink.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what that means. Aside from that, stasis weapons don't do anything intrinsically different. Just in case anybody's listening to this in their car or wherever, and they're just getting chills, like thinking of being frozen all the time and things like that. But they are the only weapons that will roll with certain stasis perks. So there are going to be stasis perks. So, and then they did make a note here about those perks that generally, stasis perks, they intend for stasis perks to be like slowing or freezing to have a kill trigger. This being easy enough to trigger in PvE and fun enough but not obnoxious to use in PvP. So, not too shabby there.
We'll see.
Next, quick swap glitch has been fixed, so no more of that.
Yeah, people were using the using that glitch that's in the game right now to speed up, since they nerfed was it quick draw? So they
right.
there was a glitch, they were getting around it, so Destiny even fixed that. So
no, that glitch has been in the game for a while now.
You're talking this is the reload glitch, right? Is this the reload glitch? Yeah.
Well, no, not the reload glitch. This is the quick swap, where basically you can fire the gun and then you can like switch to another weapon almost like instantaneously.
Right. Okay.
And then you fire that one. So it's like people were doing for Taniks.
Okay. Yeah.
They were like basically like trying to do this, and like there's like YouTube videos out there, and you like just see people like just flipping back and forth between.
It was pretty common. A lot of people were doing it that way.
Yep, exactly. There we are. Yep, that's right. Sneaky Snake. It is dead.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it will be dead next season. So, All right. Aside from that, next, congratulations. Primary ammo is now infinite.
I love this part. I'll be in Nightfalls and literally just run out of primary ammo. And I'll be like, this is BS. There's no way I'm going to go over there and pick up that ammo. I'll die right away. And I love this change, man.
I guess. I don't know. I miss like running out of primary and then waiting like 5 seconds and getting all my ammo back.
Yeah, but
so I wonder
no. Here's the thing. You have to be fully out of ammo on all three weapons for it to pick it up. Yeah, you know that. Right.
That's usually the only time I use my primary is when I'm run out of all my other stuff.
Mm.
So here we are. Keeping an eye on chat here.
I am too.
There we are. Okay. There we go. Sneaky, like wanting to know about cheaters and what about those bastards.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, please hold. I got you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So with primary ammo being infinite, Bungie is making some changes to things. It's not too important. The more important part is about like weapons. So like Fighting Lion is getting a change to where basically it's going to take a very, very, very long time to reload your weapon. And Sweet Business has been changed to now basically when you pick up, basically it has an overload. So if you pick up special or heavy, it's going to go ahead and reload the weapon that way too.
Did you say Fighting Lion? Did I hear that correctly?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It was a grenade launcher. Yeah.
Yeah, I know what it is, but when I played Destiny, it was absolute trash. Have they done quite a bit to it since then?
Let's just say people have learned how to use it more effectively.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep. And they actually call out that Fighting Lion actually has its own Reddit, its own subreddit.
Don't the grenades like bounce on the ground or something like that?
Uh-huh. Yeah,
Okay.
well, they did actually make a change, Easy, just so you know, where basically if you fire the Fighting Lion and it hits somebody directly, it blows up on impact.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, much better. So, yeah.
Yeah, before you had to hold it down and let it go.
Right. That was such a beating.
They made it a little easier to use them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. They also made some other changes to breech-loaded grenade launchers as well that I'll be talking about here in a second. But next here is talking about target farming in trials. Will actually be much more efficient. And they use the words much more. That's not me using hyperbole. So yeah, that's going to be much easier in the future for season 15.
We'll see what hell I got to go through to get it. We'll see.
Yeah. And they have some cool new perks for players to play as well. So who knows? Maybe this will be enough to make me go out and try to find fucking 2 other people to run trials with.
Well, with crossplay coming soon, that might be a lot easier.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, all thumbs. I won't use words like hyperbole. I won't over exaggerate. Here we go. All right. So when max power levels on weapons were launched, Bungie took they pulled the best minds at Bungie and they said, you know what? Let's reissue some of our guns that we sunset. And then they decided that when they decided to reissue those guns, they decided to give them shittier perks than what they had originally.
Yeah, they did.
And the community itself loved this idea of taking something good away and giving us something shitty for it.
Not.
Exactly. So, sorry, hyperbole again. So, what basically they're doing is they said, hey, we screwed up. We're sorry. So what they ended up doing is now when they do this, which is going to be in the next update, FYI, they're going to be removing the 2 or 3 least useful perks. And then they're going to give it 2 or 3 newer perks that give it some more versatility. So yeah, so congratulations to some of these weapons that I'm going to mention here in a second. They're going to be getting probably they're going to have Rampage back in there and Kill Clip. So there we are.
You know what? You said those 2 perks. I was looking through my guns. Gatr didn't make me, but he was talking about DIM, and I got all jealous and I downloaded my DIM that I used to have. Man, I had a hand cannon. You know that old the Forge, which is no longer there. I had that hand cannon with Kill Clip and Rampage.
Kindled Orchid.
Yeah. The Kindled Orchid, yep. I have one too.
I still have it.
Unbelievable gun, man. I mean, with Kill Clip and Rampage, as soon as you reload, like you were getting like triple the damage, triple base damage or something.
Right. Yeah, it was a double damage gun, and they don't do that very often anymore.
Right.
Well, ever. I mean, I think that's only like the second time it's ever been done in the game.
Very true.
Yeah. So, So with those changes, basically, because they are going to be reissuing some new guns with this. And I do have something that I want to say that I was watching videos about all of these changes and things like this. And somebody has an interesting take on all of this, but I'll get to that in a minute. So
did I say something again? I'm sorry. Go ahead. I won't interrupt you anymore. Nothing. You said you said someone had said something very interesting. I'm like, did I say something again out loud? Carry on. Huh? Carry on.
Oh, okay.
Come on, Hazel. He is alluding to when he talks. It's very interesting.
Oh my gosh, I've never seen something go over Hazel's head before.
He's a little bit. He's a millennial.
He's that's it. That's it.
Yeah,
and of course RNG Gatr has to chime in. Okay.
Yeah, I think RNG Gatr picked up on exactly what I was saying.
Okay,
yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'll try not to interrupt you. I know you got a lot to cover. I'll try not to interrupt.
Yeah. So for anybody who's not in the live chat, RNG Gatr said interesting. That is not Gatr.
Mm-hmm.
So moving back on with the TWAB. So in an effort to basically minimize and not to cheapen what everybody has been through already with the Luna weapons and Dreaming City weapons, they are actually, for the Luna weapons, so the moon weapons, they are adding in 1 or 2 of the original perks to each column for the Luna weapons. Right. And that's the lectern only weapons. So that's good for them. That way they can, they don't have to completely, get rid of everything that they have and try to go for something else again. Then, for the Dreaming City weapons, they are adding one of the original perks to 1 or both of the columns for the Dreaming City weapons. So Tiger Spite, Twilight Oath, Abide, the Return. So Here's hoping they forgot to mention the scout. Damn it.
I know I want that scout too. It's a high impact one.
Dim. There we go. I got you, Dim. It is I just got one. The vouchsafe.
Yes,
That's right.
yes.
It's a lightweight frame, by the way, Gator. Not high.
Okay. All right. It hits like a rock though.
Yeah.
Explosive rounds.
Yeah. You're making me sad now because that's actually the one that I have is
Spin Sunset. Mine too.
full auto and explosive.
Mine too.
And drop mag as well.
And a Sunset.
Yeah. Yeah. Sad times.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, so now it gives us a reason to run those. Okay. So archetypes, changes to these. So breach grenade launchers. So these are the one and done grenade launchers. So, despite Mercury saying that breach grenade launchers aren't that big of an issue, Bungie still wanted to go ahead and just give them a touch for this. So with that, they shortened the blast radius, they reduced it, they reduced the splash damage, and they increased the damage in PvE by 12%. So that's a pretty cool thing there. We're regarding PvE. And then Wither Horde is also unaffected. Now, what this means to Joe average player who doesn't give a shit about the numbers and stuff like that is that basically if you use a breach loaded grenade launcher, you hit somebody on impact, it will still kill them. You don't have to worry about that. So, So that's pretty much everything with that. It still kills them on impact. It just won't do as much damage to them if you hit around them. So there is that. Next, machine guns. Increase damage in PvE by a
Hazel, I just want to let you know you're doing great, buddy.
Aw, thank you, man.
Just keep up the good work.
Yeah. He's getting drunk, in case you can't tell. He's like, I don't know what the fuck this guy's talking about, but I'm going to keep drinking. So much for that cleanse.
Yeah, Jesus.
Yeah. So, machine guns. A flat 20% PvE buff for damage. Scouts versus miners. A 15% buff. So, good shit there. You can actually use a scout and hand cannons, actually, by the way, with that. So that way, you can use them and have them actually kill something. It's pretty beneficial.
Real quick, how are hand cannons right now in the meta? Are they still a viable option?
So for PvP, up until hand cannons will always be the meta in one regard or another. But they were actually just a nightmare about maybe a month ago and beyond, and before that too. 120 RPM hand cannons were just wreaking havoc on everybody's life.
Wow.
So, but that being said, I have a really good 120 RPM hand cannon, and I loved life. It was fucking fantastic.
Right. Yeah.
There's a reason why it's called the meta, and I got to find that firsthand, and people got to taste it as well. It was great.
Bungie makes hand cannons I've played, now that, as you know, I'm playing a lot of different stuff. Man, Bungie makes the best hand cannon out of any other. You can't find another game that feels as good as how Bungie does it.
Yeah, sadly. Gatr and I got into a pissing contest last episode, and Gatr had the philosophy of, well, they do it, so why can't somebody else do it? Or in this case, it was, other game developers put in, matchmaking, and they do it this way. And he's like, why can't Bungie? And I'm like, I turned it around and said, well, Bungie has, really good hand, gunplay. So why can't other people do that as well? And, it was just sort of at an impasse.
Right.
Yeah. But moving on here. So fusion rifles, they are getting almost like a complete rework. Now, I'm not going to read over all of this shit because it's fucking massive.
It is.
If you really want to know, go for it. But I'm going to just touch on the highlights. So, with this, what you can expect, and I'm only going to say this for until the first balance patch, because high impact fusion rifles, sorry to say it, probably not going to be good at first. Now, I do see them overcorrecting with high impacts to make them much better. But as it stands right now, high impacts are probably not going to be very good. They have a base charge time. It's been increased to 1 second. So
they were I listened to the latest Massive Breakdown, and they were going over this. In fact, Chris Proctor was on their show.
He was actually on their podcast.
And the jury was still out. I mean, Mercules thought that it meant it was getting a little bit of a buff if he knew how to use it right, but it's so convoluted. I mean, I was listening very intently. In fact, I had to rewind a few times just to grasp what they were talking about, but they got really into
even
it.
Then you had to probably rewind again.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, they're making so many changes to these. It's going to be one of those things where we're just going to have to fucking test it out and see how it goes. Now, but again, high impacts are probably not going to be worth it. And the reason why I say that is because most of the time to kills in this game are under 1 second.
Yeah, and the one thing, not to interrupt here, but this is what I got out of the fusion rifle changes. You know, there's 7 pellets that come out, I believe, is what they said.
No, 5.
No.
5 for high impacts.
No, I'm saying normally 7 is what comes out. Yes. They're taking 2 away from high impacts. They're leaving the 7 in, I believe, for the middle of the road, like the plug ones.
Precision and adaptives.
Yeah. Now, what I got excited about is that the fast firing.
Man, we're not even there yet.
All right. Yeah, go ahead.
Back in your pants.
I can't. I was jumping.
For fuck's sake,
I was jumping for joy when I heard this.
Just chill out, man. God help us. So, all right, Gatr.
I'm so giddy. I'm so giddy right now.
Just stop. Anyway, all right. So, high impacts again. Time to kill in the game, TTK, is under 1 second. And with this taking 1 second to charge, you're pretty much going to die. So pretty much that's PSA from Hazel. Don't use it. Unless you get the surprise on somebody. All right. Next, precision and adaptives are basically going to be mostly unchanged. So, meh. Not much to say there.
They're decent as they are. I mean, The plug one's decent. I've tried it in Crucible. I've got a couple of versions.
Yeah. But anyway.
Yeah, go ahead.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares about precisions and adaptives. High impacts suck. Rapid fires, though. So, rapid fires. Okay. Now, this is where Gator's going to get all chubby.
Go ahead.
So with this, they decreased the charge time. So these used to be 0.54 seconds. Now it is a 0.46 seconds.
It's almost instantaneous. This is so exciting.
Yeah, it is. It's going to be pretty instantaneous.
I'll just say, if you got a shotgun, you better not be running toward me.
Stop it.
I'm sorry.
Lord in heaven, man.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So,
what was that?
that was me splooging over the new changes to the fast firing pulse rifles or fusion rifles.
So yeah, okay. So they increased the shots for this though from 7 to 9. So it's probably going to take 2 shots to kill somebody. Just so you know. Increase the total damage per the burst. So that's one cool thing there. Now, the thought behind this is basically this is going to be a direct counter, like Hazel alluded to, or not Hazel alluded to, Gatr fucking alluded to.
Thank you.
Against basically shotgun rushers. So with this, you see somebody rushing you, you're going to be able to basically, shoot them once with this, maybe swap to something else, and then clean them up with that.
Did you tell them the best news yet? They're adding more bolts. 9 bolts come out of fast firing. Yeah,
that's not good though.
Well, it means you're gonna have more. It means you're gonna have more recoil. Who cares? You can put mods on your guns to negate most of that.
Right, but that's the thing though. That's kind of the cool thing with this is that, I mean, it's sort of that it's going to have more like pellets, like more projectiles there,
yeah.
but it's going to not go as far.
Well,
so that's the thing that you've got to kind of keep in mind is that, these are probably going to be a little bit further than shotgun range.
Yeah, and that's all you need, basically. I mean, you just need to stay, as long as you can kill someone who has a slug shotgun at range, that's all that matters.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, I don't think that this is going to really help you too much against, like, the chaperone and that, but...
I don't know, we'll see.
I don't know. I'm looking for that montage, man.
It's coming.
Yeah. So, but with this, they also reworked some of the perks for these. Definitely not going to go into this because they did a lot of stuff here.
They made a lot of change. I mean, it is definitely Season of the Voop. They did a lot of work here, guys.
Well, I wouldn't go that far. I'm really not going to go that far and say it's Season of the Voop. I think it's going to be Season of the machine gun.
What? No.
Okay, you did step away, so you missed that part, and I know you don't read the TWAB.
I did read. No, I did read the TWAB. So, I did read the TWAB this week. Yeah, I understand they're making some changes.
30% buff
in PvE.
So what?
Well, PvP is all that matters. I'm sorry. I'm totally just. I'm trying to gaslight Hazel. It's not working.
It just makes me think of when Warcry was on our first episode. We were talking about, he was talking about getting drunk, and he said, then he'd be ready to play comp.
Yeah, exactly. He calls it Crucible Juice, his moonshine.
Yeah. That hasn't changed, actually, by the way. You still need to be drunk to play.
Maybe. Hey everyone, looking for some like-minded gamers to Destiny with?
Or maybe just a place to de-stress and talk about life with others for a bit.
Or maybe just a place to discuss the latest movies, the TV shows, new awesome music out there.
What about New Year's resolutions or goals or our fitness section?
Well, you're also reading about our channels with links to our clan, Speakpipe, our show music playlist for God's sake, or even where to get a show t-shirt, mouse pad, or coffee mug if you want to help support us.
Wow, you're not just a Bungie shill, you're a Guardian Downcast shill, huh? So, man, you must be forgetting also about the Podcast Questions channel, where listeners can put in their own questions for us.
And Hazel, our show feedback channel, where listeners can talk about our past podcast. And our...
Stop. This shameless plug has gone on long enough. I'm going to put a fork in it. Everybody, just go to the GDC Discord community link in our weekly show notes, where you can see the invite there. Just visit us at guardiandowncast.com. That invite link there will never expire, so just go there too.
And later, Guardian.
Oh my God, just stop.
What? What did I do?
You're so excited.
I'm excited, man. What,
Just bring it. Just bring it down.
All right, whatever, man. Okay, jeez.
Lay off the coffee.
What a downer.
All right, so those are the changes for that stuff. Gator's all excited for that.
I'm so excited.
Season of the Voop.
I'm so pumped.
Yeah. So, yeah. Anyway, so yeah, actually, it's not going to be Season of the Voop. It's going to be Season of the Rapid Fire Voop. Because you can't say it's going to be Season of the...
well, I think you can leak the actual name. It's been leaked already. It's been announced, actually.
Well, yeah, it has been. No, not Season of the Fallen Waifu. Not Season of the Simp. Sorry there. But it's actually Season of the Lost. So Season of the Gatr doing geography. There you go. Season of the Lost.
What?
Yep. All right. So, exotics. They made some changes to exotics, and then they had to fucking gloat and put anarchy first, and they put a big picture of it.
Mm-hmm.
So, with this, it is. So, anarchy is basically getting reduced from 26 rounds to 16. Ooh. And then they reduced the damage versus bosses by 30%, but not against champions.
Right.
So I can live with this.
Yeah,
I can live
bosses
with
bosses are like, raid encounters. Champions are, totally different. That's what you're going to find in your champion mods for what you're using it basically.
Yeah.
So it's still going to do good damage there.
Still going to do good damage against champions, not as much against bosses, so you're going to have to take a little bit more against bosses. So that kind of sucks, but it's not bad. You can still use it. I appreciate that. So all right. So Xenophage is getting a reduced rate of fire from 120 to 90 RPMs, and then it's going to receive less of the machine gun PvE damage buff. So it's going to get a buff. It's just meh. Fighting Lion. Like I said before, basically it's going to reload very, very slowly. But then they do have a note here that you shouldn't be manually reloading Fighting Lion anyway. I love it.
Jeez.
So for anybody who doesn't know, if you get a direct hit with it, it kills them and it reloads your gun right away.
Automatically, right?
Yeah. So that's what that means. So if you see anybody using a Fighting Lion, hide. Okay. Next. I'm just going to cut to the chase with this next one here. So this is the Vex Mythoclast. So in an effort to basically, because everyone who played D1 knows that when the Vex came out right away, that it was overpowered as hell and it owned everything that it touched.
Oh, yeah.
So Bungie, in their incredible wisdom, decided to kind of bring it out as not as impactful. And now what they've done is they've basically tipped the scale the other way, where now it's going to be fucking OP as hell. So if you have one of these, congratulations, you have the best gun in the game.
Yeah, I don't have one yet.
If you don't have one, get your ass in the vault. So yeah, they're making a lot of changes to it. PvE damage increased by 40%.
Jesus.
Increased rate of fire from 360 to 390. I mean,
that's the same rate of fire as a adaptive pulse rifle, by the way.
Well, I mean, that's
just crazy.
It's an auto rifle, basically.
I know.
That's
still good.
It's crazy. I mean, yeah. So this is going to be. I mean, I guess it is a VOOP. So I mean, I guess you could call it Season of the VOOP with this Vex.
It is a fusion rifle.
Yep. Then I guess we have the Sen gun here. So the Merciless. So with this, they updated the perk to account for fewer shots per burst. And then they reduced the damage penalty for increasing the charge rate by 40%. So this got a buff. So I can't wait to break out this.
I actually powered mine up, preparing for next season. So yeah.
Nice.
I'm ready.
Yeah. Risen Phoenix chimed in with, it'll be the new Anarchy, which I think he's completely correct. The only problem with that is that you can't just fire twice and forget like you can with the Anarchy. This one you actually have to be out in the open or in a well or something like that to do the damage and keep sustaining that damage. But yeah, it should be fun to see that though. Next, Jotun is going to get a slightly reduced damage per shot. It's still going to kill on impact. I'm guaranteeing you that. And then reduce the charge time from 0.82 seconds to 0.78 seconds.
Because we need that in Crucible. We need people to fire.
Don't we all just need more Jotun?
We need faster firing Jotun is what we need.
No, we really fucking don't.
No, that's my point.
Oh, yeah.
And it's slightly reduced damage per shot. It doesn't matter. If you get hit by a Jotun, you're dead.
I mean, I just figured that you're such a whore for.
I don't use Jotun much. I only use Jotun if someone on the other team's using it. It's almost required. Someone's using Jotun on the other side. Someone on your team has to grab a Jotun.
Yep. All right. Next is Bastion. Reduce the damage by 15%. Can now not quite kill a Guardian with one shot in the 3 burst that it fires. Increase the spread angle by 10%. And increase the PvE damage by 25%.
These are all fair. These are all fair changes. I'll still kill people like crazy with it.
Yeah. Like I said, Sweet Business has Overload now.
Mm-hmm.
Perks, Firing Line, reduce the damage bonus there. Certain damage perks only affected impact damage on explosive weapons. They've updated these now, so it increases the detonation range. So that's pretty fun to see, like Kill Clip, Rampage, and Adrenaline Junkie, which I don't know. I don't like Adrenaline Junkie. It's, you might as well ask me to juggle while I'm fucking trying to shoot somebody.
It seems like the new perks require more setup than usual.
Well, they require a build.
More situational, yeah.
Yeah. So, Adrenaline Junkie, you have to kill somebody with a grenade in order to get this perk to activate.
Right.
And I'm like...
And you know how good grenades are in the Crucible.
There is something called PvE as well, just in case anybody has a question.
Oh, okay.
VFX. Updated grenade launcher and rocket launcher VFX. Fusion rifles, shit like that. Basically, Bungie's going to keep an eye on these and keep making some changes as needed during the first half of the season. So, take us and run with it. Okay. The more distant future, but still before the Witch Queen. Linear fusions and caster frame swords are still not where they want them to be, so expect some tweaks with that. They are also looking at underused or underpowered exotics. And that's going to be Arbalist, because that's underused. Suros Regime, Cryosthesia, Malfeasance, and more. So, then they went out. I love it. Gator's too busy chasing bounties to get a Vex.
I've run Vox 7 times. Where's my Vex? Where is it?
Yeah. Keep running it. Talk to Ninja Muffin. She'll tell you where it is.
Okay. Kingsley, I think, told me there was something there too.
So is Vex just like it was in D1, where you only get it from?
Yes. Same way. I ran at 30
Vogs.
Vogs.
Is it prestige or just normal?
Just regular.
Okay.
I ran it 30 times in Destiny 1 before I got it, and by the time I got it, it had already been nerfed. So I've never really truly enjoyed it. Now that they're doing a buff on it, I might be more enthused to get into Vogs. But I'm on number 7, maybe number 8, and still haven't gotten it yet.
Wow. How many raids did it take Ninja to get the Eyes of Tomorrow?
I don't remember. I forgot. It took me 3. 2. 3. People in Gambit,
it took you more than that.
People in Gambit hate me. It might have taken 5 times.
Yeah.
Still
I got
less than
2
7.
back to back. I got
I was there.
Second run, one my third.
I was there when you got it before me, and then you got another one.
Yeah. I felt real bad too, because I was doing that with Aranga, and he didn't get one. I was just there to help him out, and I ended up getting it.
Unbelievable.
So,
Typical.
Yeah, I felt real bad.
Yeah, I bet you did. I think you shot me with it.
Actually.
I think you actually loaded it up and shot me with it.
Yeah, that sounds like me.
Sounds like something. Doesn't that sound like something Hazel would do?
Yeah. Even if I didn't think that was me, I'd still say, yeah, that was probably me. And then they go on to say, if you have issues with spamming high rate of fire semi-automatic weapons as fast as possible, we've got something in the works for you. And then priming a target and quickly swapping for a cleanup is easier than we'd like. And we're looking at options for building towards faster swap speeds. We've got a step at hitting both of these points coming. That's curious to me. All right.
Did I say I was excited about the showcase coming on Tuesday?
No, you didn't.
Oh,
no,
I'm excited.
It's going to be about PvE and about the Witch Queen and stuff. So you're going to be like,
oh,
hey, where's my PvP? I want PvP.
I think I've covered that from last week. I'm not going to go into
PvP.
I'm not going to go into detail again. Go back to last week if you want to hear my opinions on Crucible. Let's just say I share the same opinions as the Senate Nomad does in a lot of respects. Not all, but some.
I hope there's PvP.
Come on, map voting. Come on. Sorry. Go ahead.
Witch Queen and Beyond. So with this, we've talked previously about wanting legendary weapons to have more identity based on their source, and expect to ship a new system in for this, for the closer to the Witch Queen. Season 15, we tweaked exotic primaries to generate ammo faster through ammo finder mods, and we have another change planned to make them more enticing in hard PvE content.
Mm-hmm.
Bring it.
It's gonna be...
Okay.
Did I just say it's gonna be so much? This fall is gonna be so much fun, dude. Battlefield.
Mm-hmm. Well, hopefully this fall.
Destiny.
We don't know when the hell this. We don't know when the next update's coming, but yeah.
Yeah, true.
So that's all we've got for now for the changes. Look forward to seeing you and see how the meta is shaped up.
Can I just give a shout out to Chris Proctor? He answered all of their questions so distinctly, and very precisely on the Massive Breakdown podcast. Not trying to give them promotion here, but I was just enthralled by how prepared that guy was. Kudos to Chris Proctor. He did such an excellent job explaining everything as far as how these changes are going to affect us. So kudos to him.
Yep, exactly. Next, guns. So,
if pictures could
did
talk.
You say something?
If pictures could talk.
Did you say something?
No, I didn't. No, I'm good. Go ahead.
Oh, are you giving me credit on something?
No, hell no.
Oh, sorry. I'll assume that you did though. So, all right. So they're still holding the details of Season of the Redacted, or formerly redacted, close to their chest, but they are releasing a new rocket launcher that's going to be the seasonal weapon next season, and it's going to have the beautiful explosive light perk to it, where basically if you get orbs of light, it will go ahead and power this up. The more orbs you get, the better explosion you get, and the more DPS you can do.
I like it.
So
essentially all you got to do is be a warlock and sit in a well and get is that what it is?
You hush your mouth.
Yeah. If you want to be a bitch about it, you can definitely do that.
No.
You just sit in a well with your rocket launcher and and just have orbs all over the place and just destroy stuff.
Hey, get with the times, old man.
Is that not what still happened? Okay.
I want to know if this thing is if it has tracking. You imagine it has to.
I just want you to know that you are not wrong in the least. They have never changed that. I did some research, and you tuned into the game for like 2 days in 2020, and it hasn't changed since then.
Good.
Yeah, it's heartwarming, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It looks good, though. I have to admit it. It has like a chainmail look. I like it.
Yeah.
Look is good.
Yep. So, they are adding 3 new weapons to post-game rewards for Vanguard Strikes, Gambit, and Crucible. These will drop randomly, as will all of the other ones. It's a Scout that you can get from Gambit, probably either a pulse or an auto rifle from Crucible.
That looks like a 45, Suros 45 auto rifle. Remember
it does. That was my thought too, but
yeah.
I don't know. There's a pulse out there that looks like that too.
And I've played with this Scout rifle. I think if I remember correct, this was the slow firing, heavy, aggressive Scout rifle that you got from I believe from
Dead Orbit.
Was it Dead Orbit? Had a nice old scope on it. Yeah, that's what I thought of right away. Anyway.
Yeah, and then a sidearm for Vanguard.
It's the same Suros that you get in Iron Banner that fires automatic when you hold the trigger down.
Well, I'm not going to say the same, but
we'll see.
But yeah, we'll see. So yeah, that's some good stuff there. Then the sexiness. So the prophecy dungeon that everybody forgot about. They are what?
I'm so happy about this news.
Yeah, same here. I'm just going to get my ass in prophecy.
Absolutely.
Even more now. So with this, they are reintroducing the Trials of the 9 weapons into this. So got the Scout, the Pulse, the sniper rifle, the pulse, the auto rifle, the shotgun, hand cannon, and sidearm.
That looks like a Darkest
all
Before.
Sexy.
It looks like a Darkest Before, that fast-firing pulse. I use that all the time when I got it in trials of the 9 back when it first came out. This is one of my favorite pulse rifles.
Yep. And the cool thing here is that these are going to be part of the 3.2.1 update. So that means that they are going to be basically keeping like the top tier perks and getting rid of some of the other ones.
Absolutely. This is awesome.
So, yeah.
I'm so excited.
But we're not done yet.
There's more?
But wait, there's more. So, on top of all that, they are also increasing the world loot drops. So you're going to see, some of those hand cannons and scouts and, auto rifles. One of them is the Skaithlock. I remember that. Just a bunch of stuff coming out.
This is exciting. This looks like a rapid fire auto rifle, a slow firing pulse, fast firing.
Yeah, you can't really say it. Because
it's a viced weapon, a viced fast firing.
That could also be a sniper, the rapid fire sniper.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I don't know what the top.
Yeah,
one is.
That's the reason why you can't really.
I'm just speculating, but I saw the dead orbit on the viced scout rifle.
Yeah, but so with this, I was watching a Datto video about the guns, and he was questioning basically the number of guns in the game now. That there's so much to go for.
I'm sorry, what's the question? Why is that a problem?
Well, because you can't target what you want.
True.
Like if you never got, what's the third axiom that you were complaining about from 2 seasons ago? If you didn't get one of those.
Yeah.
And that rolls around to be the meta, how are you going to get that?
The pool gets so large, you definitely have to. RNG is definitely going to be more of a factor.
Yeah, well, he's thinking that what they're probably going to end up doing is basically like doing for like strikes for nightfalls anyway, is that you can have some type of currency and then you can get a chance to get that gun. So if you remember in D1, that existed, where they have that chest at the end and
and used to get some sort of currency. I can't remember what it was. It gave you a higher chance to get something.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it was guaranteed. It was a guaranteed drop.
Maybe that's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and that's the cool thing is that, with the amount of weapons that are in there, they could definitely do that. And something easy that you don't know about is that on raids now, what they do is that when you beat a raid, they have a chest at the end that you can open up. And then for something called, what the hell are they? What the hell is my dim?
What are you looking for?
Stop interacting with chat. I'm just kidding. What are the raid tokens? Spoils of Conquest. So whenever you do a raid, you get a spoil of conquest or some spoils of conquest. And what you can do is you can cash those in and you can get guns that were that are in there. So like if you didn't get a Fatebringer, you can go ahead and cash it in and try to get a better roll on a Fatebringer or a Fatebringer for that matter.
Nice. It's kind of like Hazel. This was before your time, but Gatr, you probably remember House of Wolves.
Yeah.
You remember you used to be able to go to the gun store.
I love this. Keep talking. Keep on that thought. House of Wolves.
No. I thought Hazel was a Taken Top for some reason. Was House of Wolves after?
That's insulting to him.
Sorry.
He played the beta for exactly an hour. Remember?
Yeah. Exactly.
Maybe I was thinking of
shut it off.
Maybe I was thinking about maybe Jay was a
Kingsley. Kingsley's a Taken Tot.
Kingsley was a Taken Tot. I know that.
Yeah.
But you remember you used to be able to go to the gunsmith, and as long as you had enough armor whatever. So you could just re-roll your guns
I loved
all
it.
day long.
God, I really hope they
Yep.
bring back that. I really do.
Oh, they will never bring that back.
Weaponsmith, the gun of the week. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Well, no, that's different. That's different. You're talking about two separate things there.
Yeah, but just have it all. I want it all.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
What?
Lots of guns.
I want more guns.
Yes.
Not enough.
Yeah. Lots of guns, lots of rolls.
Mhm.
Re-rolling is probably never going to happen. They want you to play the game. Next, they don't want you to stand at a kiosk and just pull out new weapons, for an hour to get what you want. That's not what they want. So they have a thing here, relief efforts. You can donate $25 for a snazzy emblem. You can also, I think it's $40 for a shirt, and a kick-ass emblem there. Then they have the usual, the hearts, for Bungie there, for when you pay something. All right. Aside from that, Bungie artists, they have a little showcase here with some of the work that they've done. And then with under the Shit's Broken area.
That's what it should say on game.
That's I think Hazel's patented that area. He's patented that phrase.
Yeah, I try. So, under Shit's Broken, first and foremost, make sure that you log into whichever system that you want your friends and your name to carry over. So, if you play on PS4 or PS and you want that friend list to transition over, sign in with that on day 1 on August 24th. So that way all of that carries over into Bungie's system.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't, and you go into your Xbox and like myself, and you only have 4 friends there that conveniently are friends on PlayStation, congratulations. You're going to lose those friends that were on PS other side. So,
Yeah,
it's going to be kind of awkward. You're going to go like, hey, can you send me a friend request again?
just go to your most popular platform. Just start there.
Yeah, exactly. So you'll do that. Also, don't forget to turn in those damn Vanguard tokens. Collect your engrams, all that good shit.
Mm-hmm.
Aside from that, I don't know if this is an issue with anybody, but you can only have 26 characters in your name. So, yeah. There was one known issue that I did want to mention. What the hell was it? Here's a fun one, actually. The Arbalist Exotic Linear Fusion Rifle will not work with anti-champion mods in Season of the Lost. You know why? I know Gatr doesn't, because he doesn't read the TWAB.
What's a TWAB? What?
Yeah, what's a TWAB? Exactly. That's what I deal with every week, folks. But the Arbalist will not work with anti-champion mods because in a future update, anti-barrier will actually be added as an intrinsic perk for it. Ooh, right. Exactly. All right. Nah.
Broken art.
Nah. Yeah.
Movies.
Yeah. Random shit being broken.
We
don't worry about it.
We're not dissing.
Movies
We're not dissing
are-
our great artists and great movie makers out there. We're just. It's a little gag we have.
Yeah.
Do you find the kitty?
Yeah.
Find the kitty cat?
Movies, art. Anyway, just watch the reveal on August 24th on Twitch, maybe YouTube. I don't know. But yeah, check it out on August 24th at noon Eastern.
I like it. I cannot wait, dude. I think I think I'm coming down with something. I probably won't be working Tuesday. I'm working Monday, but probably not Tuesday.
Wait. All right. That's a great segue to something because
Oh no.
I want everyone to know not to take off on Tuesday. Don't do it. Don't waste your day. Don't do it.
I haven't played Destiny for like a year and a half, 2 years, and I know that you never play on launch day.
Exactly.
Yeah, but see, the hardcore players always play on launch day.
And you know what? The hardcore players will be the ones bitching, going like, I can't get in.
Okay. You know what?
I got in, but guess what? I got kicked up a bit.
Here's the difference. Here's the difference. We have a showcase an hour before. That's why.
What the hell?
I want to be there live for it.
Fucking mean anything?
I want to be live for it. It's at 12 Eastern.
So, fun story for you. So, I put in for actually the 25th off. So, the day after.
5th, okay.
Like a sensible person who actually wants to play the damn game. And
I'll talk to my boss. We'll see.
Yeah, talk to your wife. Let's see what she has.
No. We don't need to bring her into this.
We don't need to go to the CEO. So, yeah. Okay. But, so, yeah, I was telling my wife, I was like, yeah, I'm taking off the 25th, for Destiny. And she's just like, you know that, we have a daughter and she's off, right? It's summer.
Oh, crap. That's right.
And I was like, touche. I was like, but school starts on the 24th.
There you go.
And she goes like, oh, you're right.
Oh, you lucked out.
So I'm like, oh, yeah.
So you take her to school for her first day, and then you come home and watch the reveal. There you go.
Well, I have to work on Tuesday, so I plan on just watching the reveal. But depending on what goes on, I can always do Game Pass and get it on there. So,
yeah. Not
that I've done that at all, but cloud streaming is a beautiful thing.
Mm.
But you wouldn't know about that, would you?
Nope. I got a perfectly good PS5 and a PC. I'm good.
Yeah. So anyway, cloud streaming, Game Pass for the win. Thank you. And that is it.
Thanks, Hazel. Thanks, man. I knew that was a lot to go through. I tried not to be too much of a smartass tonight, but I had to get my little jabs in there. But that's a lot, man. That's a lot to cover.
Yeah.
It was very thorough tonight, though.
I feel like I zoned out and fucking...
No, you did fine. You did fine.
I tried to chime in where I could to keep it lively.
You did fine, man. Yeah. You did fine.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. All right. Well, my favorite time of the night. It's time for community questions. We'll do that right after this.
Hey Guardians, would you like to send us a question for the show? Well, there's 4 ways to do it.
Number 1, join our Discord server. There's a join link in our show notes. We have some great gamers in there, by the way, and you can just lurk or hang out or jump right in and talk with us. There's also a channel labeled Podcast Questions where you can type in your question for the show.
You can also email us at guardiandowncast@gmail.com, or we also tweet out almost every week about our upcoming show, guest, and you can respond there with your questions at guardian_d_cast is our Twitter handle.
Finally, you can send us a voicemail with your questions at speakpipe.com/guardiandowncast. Remember, that's all one word. And we'll play it on the show for you guys.
Speakpipe is honestly my favorite thing. But anyway, thank you for all you guys do, and toddles.
And later, Guardian. All right, boys and girls, it is that time of the week. This is where we get our community questions for our show, and it is always interesting. That is for sure. So we're going to play our first SpeakPipe, 1 of 4, actually. We have 2 from Not Arf, which we'll play first, and then we have 2 from Uncle Scumdeath, which will be the 3rd and 4th. So let's play our first one from Not Arf right now.
Not Arf here. Just recently listened to one of your episodes, and you're having a good discussion about apple pie. And you talked about accompaniments for apple pie, but you missed the king, in my opinion. So you had cream and ice cream, but you forgot to mention custard. Who in the right mind has apple pie without custard? So my question to you is, what is your favourite accompaniment for apple pie? Love the show. See you later.
Thank you, Not Arf. Now we have to get something straight here. When you say custard, Not Arf, I'm thinking of
what is custard?
I'm thinking of frozen custard. It's like ice cream, but it's richer. here in America. We don't. I mean, only thing I can think of custard would be like a pudding, like a custard pudding.
Yeah, that's what I thought he meant too.
You think that's what he means?
I
thought he
think
meant
that's
like
what he
ice cream, like ice cream.
No, I don't think that's what he means, because I think ice cream and that type of custard, like the frozen kind, are pretty much, I mean, I would say synonymous with each other, you know?
Well, he's going to have to, our cousins across the pond are going to have to tell us what custard actually is. If it's a pudding, then yeah, I know there's a custard pie, Warcry, but I putting custard,
that's what he means,
like,
is the pudding kind.
Oh,
And
like putting it in the pie with the apple? Or on the side?
Man.
On the side, maybe?
English?
I don't know. I do. I love frozen custard. We have frozen custard here. It's very common everywhere in Florida, at least. And I love frozen custard.
Yeah, I think that's our bastardized version.
Probably. We like to do that to English food. Okay. Nadarf has one more here. Let's hear it. Right.
Well, we didn't answer the question. What you eat with apple pie?
Yeah, what is it? What is easy? You start.
I don't eat apple pie. So
what's your favorite pie again?
I'll eat some pecan pie, but that's about it.
Damn it! I thought you were going to say pizza.
Oh,
like you did in the fast, remember?
Yeah, pizza.
Okay, Hazel, what's your favorite
one? Obviously custard. No, I'm just kidding. Ice cream all the way.
It's always ice cream, vanilla ice cream, and I don't buy frozen custard. I go to a place that serves it nice and fresh. So, okay, let's go with
Warcry coming in clutch.
In general, custards have a sweet, creamy flavor that comes from egg and sugar. The richness of the custard is determined by how much cream and eggs are used in its preparation. Hey, Warcry, don't use Google, man. Just
I want some custard now.
Just walk away from Google. Just walk away, man. Put your hands in the air. Just walk away from the keyboard.
hey, Nadarf, can you let me know like a good custard recipe? I fucking want to try this.
Hell yeah! Put it in our food channel in our Discord. Hell yeah! All right,
I need to be fatter and happier. So thank you.
Yeah, exactly. I'm trying to give up sugar next week. Not a good time. Okay, we're gonna listen to Nadarf's second message right now.
Hi guys, Nadarf again here. Just looking at your Discord, and I noticed that quite a few people are out fishing recently. So my question for the show is, what's the biggest freshwater fish you have caught? Mine, personally, was a 29-pound pike, but I'd be interested to hear what you guys have caught as well. Love the show. Bye-bye.
A 29-pound pike. Dude, that is enormous for a freshwater fish. Easy, you got an answer? Largest freshwater fish.
So I'm going to do the walk of shame here. I am from Texas. I've probably fished less than 100 times. I've never caught a fish. Ever. I'm on a really bad streak. I have never caught a fish. My 5-year-old caught a fish when we were in Arkansas last week. I've never caught a fish.
You got to do it, man, at least once. It's adrenaline, man.
So I'm trying.
Okay, I understand your answer now. Okay, you're snake bit. I get it. Okay, gotcha. Understood. Hazel, biggest freshwater fish.
I think that he's too drunk to fish. I think that's the issue.
Maybe that might be it.
Yeah.
Hey, he has 5 kids. I mean, come on.
3 kids, 5
kids.
Oh, you said 5 mouths to feed. I thought you said 5. I was going to say, man, since you were on last, Easy, your family has multiplied. Okay, 5 total. Gotcha.
Math is hard for Gatr.
3 kids.
It's
geography and math. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hazel, biggest freshwater fish.
I can't even answer this question. Fun fact is I just looked up freshwater fish near me and it brought up like Petco and PetSmart. So I can go there and I can get one and I can let you know what the biggest
a 1 pound Oscar. There you go.
Yeah, exactly. There we go. That's mine.
Oh man, I live in
goldfish.
I live in Florida, man. I fished all my life. Biggest freshwater fish. I caught a 10.5-pound largemouth bass in a lake next to where I grew up. So, and for a kid, that was just, it could have been 100 pounds. That would have made a difference. It was enormous. And incidentally, the biggest saltwater fish is a 200-pound gag grouper is my biggest saltwater fish. I know you didn't ask, but I had to brag. All right, here we go. Uncle Scumdeath's time now. We're going to listen to his first message right now.
Hello, Scumdeath here. If I was your actual uncle, then who would I be married to in your family? Love you all.
Okay, if he was our uncle, who would he be married to? Is that what he's asking? In my family?
Yeah.
I got to hear Easy's answer first. I'm trying to think of my crazy answer right now. Or sister-in-laws.
Yeah, I'm trying to... Scumdeath? Y'all got to go first. I got to think of who my aunts are first.
Ooh. I guess you could include cousins, too, because he's about our age. So I guess a cousin would work, too. If they're similar age, I guess.
I mean, I don't know. I think that, you don't have to be married to a family member to be an uncle.
Well, that's true.
You know, my aunts and uncles are all older, so I wouldn't really want to do that to him.
Right.
Unless he has a thing for that. In which case, there's nothing wrong with that. But, yeah.
I think if there was a female in my family that was compatible with Scumdeath, it would be great to have that in my life. Or just seeing that shit all the time. Yeah. That would be great. Christmases, excellent. Thanksgiving's excellent.
Yeah, if you move to Florida, you can marry whoever the hell you want to, Uncle Scumdeath, and you'll still be my uncle. You'll be invited every Thanksgiving, brother.
Yes, sir.
Just make sure you watch the beard. Don't get it in the gravy. Anyway, okay. Here is our last voice message for the night, again from Uncle Scumdeath, and we're going to play it right now.
Hello, Scumdeath here. My question for the show is, what is the stupidest thing you've done when you was a kid? Mine probably was, me and my dad one night, we were just sat there talking about like electrocution. And I was quite young. So when I went to bed, I wanted to know what it felt like. So I had a bedside lamp, so I took the bulb out, I turned it on, licked my finger, and then touched the two terminals, and it blew me across the room. And it did me for quite a while. So that's probably the stupidest thing I've ever done. So my dad is probably stupider than me for telling me that. But, what's the stupidest thing you've ever done? Bye. I
feel like I'm getting set up here. I'm laughing my ass off, Uncle Scumdeath.
Oh, my God.
That is hilarious, man. I think we've all experimented with electricity as we were younger.
Amazing.
What do you guys think? Stupidest thing as you were a kid, and I am recording.
Luckily, I listened to this earlier, so I do have an answer.
Okay, go for it.
Go for it, Hazel.
Well, I actually had to reach out to my parents for some clarification on this. And my dad had the biggest laugh out of this, and he goes, you know what? He's like, yeah, you were kind of a dumbass as a kid. I tried to kill a bee with a rock.
Oh, did you break any windows?
No, I held it in my hand.
Oh no. Oh.
Fun fact, the bee won.
Guess he did. And he lost. He won and he lost.
Well, not this one, because actually it was a bullet bee.
Oh.
So it's one of those that can actually sting you multiple times.
Oh, damn.
So I got stung on the lip. I got stung on the upper eye.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
I've got so many, but I want to hear Easy's. I'm only going to share one.
As a kid, I felt like I was pretty good as a kid. I didn't get real stupid until I got to high school, and then I was dumb for 30 years.
Is that your wife talking or you?
I don't have a good answer. I'm sorry. I just don't think I have a good answer here. Right. I'll tell you one thing. So I live in an old house, and I went through a layoff scenario 6 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So I pulled out all of the light sockets because I was replacing all the light sockets and all the internal
switches.
The switches and where you plug in like your laptop and stuff. I pulled all of those out.
Right.
And I thought I had turned off all of the electricity.
Oh.
And I got myself, like, I felt like I don't have any hair, but it felt like I had hair for a good 10 seconds. And it felt like it was all standing straight up. And when I did it, the garage door went off. It, like, went down after, and my wife thought I was going to die. It was hilarious.
Oh, my God. Oh, God, I've got so many, man. I was such a mischievous kid. I got into everything when I was young. I'll just say I was, my parents were vacationing at Fort Wilderness. We were camping at Disney. It's a campground outside of Disney World. And I was riding my 10-speed and I was yawning. Like, just yawning as I'm riding on my 10-speed with my, my hands in the air and stuff. And I swallowed, or I didn't swallow, but a damn bee flew in my mouth.
Oh my God.
And you talk about, I mean, I was just patting my damn.
Did it sting your throat?
Oh, it didn't get my throat, but it got my lips several times. I had a fat lip for like the rest of the day.
God.
Funny you should ask. I actually got stung by a, shut up. I actually got stung by a nasty wasp nest. Part of my job description is I have to, and I told the owner, I said, listen, don't try to open that gate. No, I didn't. Raisin things. No, I didn't get pegged. We're all good. I told the owner, I said, please, don't try to open that gate. I says, I'm gonna have to skip this time around the backyard. I said, there's so many wasps. He had a bunch of vines growing. I said, you just need to have your guys trim the vines back, and then I'll kill it all out. He's all macho and goes, oh yeah, I got this. He goes there, he gets stung like 3 or 4 times, and I said, dude, are you allergic to bees and wasps? He goes, I don't know. I said, dude, go take some Benadryl right now. I don't want you going to the emergency room. And I had to check on him, of course, after I left, make sure he wasn't swelling up. But, dude, the wasp in the summertime down here are so aggressive. They're everywhere, dude. Everywhere. Anyway, yeah, I can get on a tangent. Okay. My favorite time. All right, Easy. You know what to do, man. Podcast questions channel. Let's grab some podcast questions, man. We're gonna let you pick some tonight too.
Sorry, listeners. We are having a blast right now roasting Gatr for his joy of pegging.
I'm not looking at the chat right now.
Yeah, don't.
I'm not. I'm choosing not to.
Yeah.
All right, we got a ton of questions, so let's start grabbing some questions here, guys, in our podcast questions channel from our Discord.
Right. Chat, I love you, but I have to go find some questions.
We got to go to work now.
Now I'll just look at my phone. It's all
right. I'm trying to find a good date to start at. 8/16.
Sure.
You can start wherever you want, man. Oh my God. So,
you can go with any of them that have a thumbs
up next to them. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, I am going to start with Golden God asked a question for Easy. When did you start playing Magic? So, I had actually, and Hazel might be interested in this story as well. My 9-year-old now is a Pokemon. It's crazy. We live in Poke world. Like it's Poke everything right now. And so my wife and I decided that we will support this habit of his as long as he can decide to play the real Pokemon card game. There's an actual, it's not just stuffed animals and video games. There's an actual strategic card game that has decks and booster packs and all this sorts of stuff. And so my son started playing. And so we all have decks so we can play Pokemon together. And I got a buddy that lives a couple doors down, and he introduced me to Magic. Like, I've always known what it is, but I've never had any interest in it.
Right.
And once I played Pokemon, the leap from Pokemon to Magic is so minimal. It was pretty incredible. And so I just started playing with him. We watch the Cowboys game, we drink beer, and we'll smoke a cigar, and we'll play Magic. And he's been playing for forever. So I've probably been playing for about a year now. I'm terrible at it, but I really enjoy myself.
I envy you because I've always wanted to get into it, but dude, Destiny. I mean, come on.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Jesus God.
Hazel?
That's pretty cool though.
Yeah.
How old is your son again? 9?
He's 9. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I've got a couple of years before the card game just because my daughter still can't read. So that kind of hinders that point. But
I play with my 5-year-old and he just makes me read the cards.
yeah, that's kind of a pain in the ass. Because I don't know. I mean, it's a thought. I might I know my daughter, we went to McDonald's when they were doing their big Pokemon thing. For 25th anniversary, I think. And they were doing Pikachu Happy Meal boxes, and they gave out I think a little deck of cards. So my daughter has a couple of them. So maybe we'll have to break it out and see.
It's surprisingly fun. I was pleasantly surprised once we got into it that there's some fairly deep RPG elements in a card game. So it's really cool.
I like it. All right, sir. Question here. Let me find it again. There we are. Or not. There we go. Question from Warcry. Question for Easy. You ever think about coming back and gaming with us? Also, part 2 of that question is... Let me find it here. Helios. Does Easy ever see himself playing Destiny 2 casually in the future?
If Destiny 2 ever has an online free-to-play Crucible mode, yes. I love Destiny. I would love to play Destiny. It kills me that I'm on the show and I'm talking to you guys and y'all are still enjoying it, but I play 5 hours a week, and that is not enough to even try to pretend to even casual Destiny 2. So I doubt Destiny, but to Warcry's question, I'm 90% Battlefield 2042, and I'm 100% Halo.
Hell yeah.
In the future. So I will be back on multiplayer soon enough, for sure.
Can't wait.
Nice. And Helios has a question as well, follow-up. That's, is there a place in Destiny 2 for the casual, i.e. 2 to 3 hours a week player?
No. There
really it's tough.
There never has been and there never will be. And I'm very head set on that because I've tried it.
Yeah.
And you can do it, but you can't play with other people because you'll just get left in the dust and it makes it not fun.
Okay, Gatr, you go.
I got one from Drafty here.
Well, no. I mean, regarding that question, the casual.
I don't, the 2 to 3 hours a week. I think it's really tough to keep up with people 2 or 3 hours a week. Unless you're super efficient with bounties like I am, then I am the bounty king. So, yeah.
Okay. Well, my answer to this is yes, it actually is possible. And the reason why I say that is because I'm kind of ashamed at Gatr for not saying this, but exactly, Kingsley, is that if you do the story missions and that's it, and then you get out, because the story is actually really, really good.
Okay, I'll retract my answer.
That's all you need to do.
That's actually a good answer.
But you miss so much of the story if you don't play Crucible, and if you don't play Strikes, and if you don't play the Raid. Yeah, you don't get a good holistic view of... You don't appreciate
well, easy.
the story.
I don't know if you've heard, but we haven't had a new Crucible map in almost 3 years. So I know you.
Okay, maybe not.
Yeah, but I get your point. But no, I mean you can. I mean this season it was weekly. Weekly there was a new dialogue, and if you checked in and just played the mission for the week, I think you could do it in 2 or 3 hours, easy.
Well,
easy.
Man, not even 2 to 3 hours. I mean, all it was an override and an expunge mission.
Yeah.
Shit, man. I took you through all 4 expunge missions in how long? Maybe 30 minutes?
Yeah. We did.
I mean, it was nothing crazy. I mean, the override took longer than that.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, but if you're doing that, Hazel, if you're only doing that, are you playing Destiny?
Yeah.
Here,
I think honestly, there's no better time to play Destiny than right now with how the story is going.
I have to agree with Hazel there. You can definitely play the story weekly with 2 to 3 hours a week.
Because that's all I did for like a month was I would log in, play that on Tuesdays, and then I was out. I didn't play the rest of the damn week.
You got to go have some bounties too.
I wish that it kept track of how many bounties I fucking did. Because I doubt it would be like 1% of the bounties that you did, Gatr.
Probably. We got to do the ka-ching ka-ching again at first of the season.
Oh, God.
Okay. This is from Drafty. I just started watching Winona Earp on Netflix, and the plot and acting are not great, but it has me hooked. What's the last series that wasn't great but still sucked you in? Easy?
The one more time. The last I was looking at another question here.
Yeah. Drafty says, what is the last series that wasn't that great but still sucked you in to finish watching it?
Probably the one I'm watching right now, the Star Trek Discovery.
Oh, that was better than just okay. I mean, it was, dude, as a sci-fi nerd myself, I love that show. I thought it was really good.
It was good. And then Hazel turned me on to The Handmaid's Tale. And depending on who you are, is that good or not? But it sucked us in full bore.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm back into that. I'm up to season 3 now, and it is something.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah. It is.
Is that your answer, Hazel?
What? The Handmaid's Tale?
Yeah.
No, hell no, that's not my answer.
That's a good show.
Yeah, that's yeah. Worst show that I watched that.
Well, that'd be the worst, but just isn't the greatest. But you're still obligated to finish it.
I'd say Titans. I think, that first season of Titans.
Glowing endorsement. I'm definitely not watching it now.
that first season of Titans is really, really rough. I mean, because I just couldn't get my footing on it. But I think if you go into it with if you can distance yourself from all the things that you think about DC and everything. But I think if you can do that, you'll be good.
Yeah.
But trust me, I'm watching season 3 and I'm knee deep into it and I'm loving it.
For me, it'd have to be Deadliest Catch because God, this show's been out forever, and it's guys fishing on a crab boat. I mean, you see the same thing every week, right? Holy crap! Look at all this crab! Shake it! Oh, something broke! Oh, someone got hurt! It's the same thing every week, but I don't know why, but I still like watching it. I don't know if it's just the human drama in it or what, but seeing these captains like smoking like a chimney, freaking out about not catching their quotas every week. I don't know. It's something about that mad captain and 30 and 40 foot waves out in super cold ice water. Maybe that's what has me hooked, but it's not the greatest show. It's definitely been tried. I mean, it's definitely been out forever, but still has me hooked. Okay. Easy. You got one?
So Teox, Mistress of Dusty Drapes. Question for the show. It's very common to come across leaks for a new game content that hasn't been released yet. Mm-hmm. Do you dive down the rabbit hole, or do you largely ignore them? I dive right in. I've always dove right in. I cannot stay away from finding out what the next game is. I mean, that's just kind of one of my things is I'll look for it and I'll dig for it and I'll see if I can see video or commentary. I'm all in on game leaks. What about you two?
Hazel?
Not in the least. I see a spoiler. I typically try to run the other way unless it's like something like smacking me in the face, like this morning with Season of the Lost. I was like, holy hell. Okay. I was like, wow, this is everywhere. Okay, I guess this is a legit thing. All right. So that's the reason why I felt obliged to share that. So
I'm the one that doesn't like leaks because I want to be surprised by the reveal in the story, but that little part of my brain's like, just take a little peek. So I'm curious, but I try not to get all the way down that rabbit hole. I try to leave something to be explored still.
Yeah.
So
that's a fun way to be. And I mean, and that's one of the things that I will say about Bungie is that usually they screw it up. So like, I mean, they usually end up going like way too overboard and telling you like way more than you want to know. And it's like, damn it, just calm the hell down. Let me fucking figure shit out.
Yeah.
But then again, I mean, they do have the lore where they, I mean, put in stuff in there, and that's
true.
Always a surprise.
That's true. Yeah.
All right. I've got a question here for Easy. Jealous the Kid. Question for Easy. What's your favorite RPG to replay? And what RPG have you replayed the most?
I am efficient. I don't replay games more than once. Never have, never will. When I play a game, I try to tie a bow on it. And that's why I've started kind of writing down my commentary. If you missed the beginning of the show, I kind of like to write down my experiences as I go through them. But my favorite RPG is probably a questionable RPG, and that's okay. Gatr, can I get you to earmuff real quick?
I'm muffed.
Okay. It's I think Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I know it's an RPG light, but man, I think I looked at my Ubisoft and I put like 150 hours into that game. Man, I loved it. I truly did.
What was it about it?
I don't know, because the world was kind of shitty, and I don't know what it was about the game itself, because none of it is great. Like the armor and weapons, they're okay. The story is better than average. The world was kind of meh, but the whole package together it just clicked for me. And I truly, I think the combat was that. I love the combat, and I love being able to spec. I had like a fire damage suit, I had a poison damage suit, I had like a long range, a melee. Like I went all in, and I truly enjoyed what that game had to offer. Not like the new one. The new one is just garbage. I mean, maybe not garbage. It's a step up from garbage, but the Odyssey was unbelievable. I truly enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Gator's like, what?
I just won bingo. Bingo! I got the Assassin's Creed. I got the, all right. From Easy. You missed pizza. I missed pizza, though. I had to coax you on that one. No, I'm just kidding. I know you like that game. You talked about it a lot back in the day.
He was talking about, what was it, Brotherhood? Or the one in England? Whatever that one was?
No. The one in France.
Odyssey.
Unity.
Oh, Unity. Oh, okay. Unity. Okay.
Unity.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I thought there
that's
was
still
one in England that you played.
There's one in England that I'm playing now that's not very good. But there's Syndicate was in England, but I never played. I skipped that one. I didn't play that.
Okay.
All right. I've got one from Rye for short here. Question for the show. Do you do anything weirdly superstitious? When I used to play football, real football, the soccer type, I used to always put my left sock on, then right, then the same with the boots. Those are shoes. If I didn't do that, I'd have a bad game.
I'm superstitious about watching true football, right, for short. I'm a big English Premier League fan. I wear a jersey of the team I support in every time they play. And I know that it's stupid, but plus I have like 11 jerseys and I have to justify my spending. But I do that. I have to wear a jersey when my team's playing.
Hazel?
Nice. Well, back when I played football, I was that guy. So I like didn't wash any of my stuff if we were winning.
Lord.
Yeah.
You were the one we smelled him coming in the locker room.
Yeah, pretty much. I didn't wash any of my stuff. I washed myself, but
it didn't matter. You were covering it with sweaty clothes. Oh my God! I remember putting a football helmet on. I was borrowing from someone. I about puked.
Yeah. I was that guy, and I had an afro. So yeah.
Oh God. For me, when I played baseball, there was a certain way I had to do my practice swings before I went up to bat, and I'd always have to do a practice swing between pitches. So I would always do a total arm swing, like one-handed arm swing with the bat, like 4 or 5 times, and then I'd have to do 3 full swing practice swings before I could even go up to the batter's box. So that was mine. Just one of mine. But I'm not super superstitious, but little things like that. I call it pregame routine, whatever you want to call it.
Right.
That's the way I'd focus. Okay.
Much better. Yeah.
Who's going to grab another one?
Here's one that from, I guess, oh my goodness. Is it Hades?
Yeah, that's Hades.
Question for the show. What's your least favorite strike and why? And I'll let y'all take off with this one.
Least favorite strike. Hazel?
I know this answer already. And it's the damn hollowed lair.
Right.
Fuck that. And
which one is that?
It's the one with the fanatic at the end. I don't know if you got around to that one or not.
I probably didn't.
But it's just, I don't know. I hate that strike. Everything about it, I just hate. And I was looking online, and to make it even better, they were saying that there's a chance that Bungie could be like introducing Scorn champions.
Oh, is that the one on Nexus?
The Tangled Shore? No, the Tangled Shore.
Okay.
What was the strike you listed?
A hollowed lair. Okay. It's next week's strike.
Yeah. No, mine's definitely not that one. I know exactly which one I'm thinking about. Just got to pull it up to make sure I got the name right.
Yeah, I don't remember the name of mine, but it's the one on Nexus where
you
the guy that would disappear.
And you have to jump from the different platforms.
Exodus Crash. Exodus Crash.
God,
that was my runner up. But I've got to give it to the Corrupted. I hate that strike, man. It's so long on the Dreaming City.
Yeah.
And you fall down in the pit down there, and there's all these invisible. I think they're minotaurs that just pounce on you. It sucks. And people would run so far ahead and just bypass all the enemies that I get stuck back there, usually trying to whittle through it, because I don't like to rush through strikes. I want to take my time. I want to enjoy the art, but that strike just gives me fits every time I play it, and I swear it takes 20 minutes plus every time I run it. That's why when I get in there, I usually just leave. I'm that guy. I'm that guy. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, the thing I don't like about the hollowed lair, though, is the fact that the boss is like gated. Like you have to do 3 phases.
Yes,
it's like,
and then
if I want to burn this motherfucker, let me burn it.
And then don't forget, you got the noobs that don't know how the mechanics are done. So it even prolongs it even further.
I don't care about them. I just care about
they'll get the ball and throw it off the cliff. I'm like, oh, jeez. Yeah. Yeah, I hear you laughing. I hear you laughing. Are you one of those people, Hazel?
No, I'm not, because I want to get through the strike as quickly as possible.
I got you.
I'm the guy speed running it that you're like, I want to look at the art.
Like, look at this picture. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. All right, so it's your turn, Hazel.
Okay. I'm gonna go with this one. Okay. Sneaky Snake. Here we go. Question for the show. How do you say words like CRAYON, SYRUP, and stuff like that?
All right, easy.
Crayon and syrup.
Same thing for me. Crayon and syrup.
Yep, crayon and syrup. Exactly. Now, my wife, she says crown.
What?
For crayon.
What?
Yeah, I have no idea.
Oh my God. Okay.
Yeah. At this point, I've been married to her for this long, so I'm like, I'll just fucking put up with it.
I'm sure she appreciates that.
I'm pretty sure it's mutual.
Okay, it's my turn, right? I'm trying to make sure we get these fresh ones first because we don't have them pinned, and I don't want to forget anybody. We got to clean this up next week. We got to get this fixed.
Well, we don't have anything going on next week, so it should be fine.
Yeah, we should be okay. Okay. This is from Teox, Mistress of Dusty Drapes. Question for the show. I'm currently playing through Marvel Avengers, where you get to play as one of the multiple Avenger characters. Do you have a favorite Marvel superhero? If so, why, and what particular one? This is such an easy answer for me.
Yeah, me too. Mine's Slam. Mine's Spider-Man.
Mine is...
He's Marvel. I guess
he's
he's not Marvel Cinematic, but he's Marvel Comic.
He's Marvel. He's Marvel. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's strong, but Doctor Strange, because I'm a warlock, got to go with him, man. Yeah, Doctor Strange.
Jesus Christ.
I didn't even know who Doctor Strange was until the movie came out.
What?
Yeah.
He's a warlock.
God.
Pretty much.
I just want to drive a nail through my head. Mine had to have been the Hulk. You know? I mean, just big guy wanting to smash stuff and, you know, just that. I mean, I remember being back in high school and like working out, and my goal was to get like Hulk big. That's what I wanted to look like.
Yeah, I get that.
So,
did you ever watch the early Hulk movies at the theater?
The early Hulk movies,
like the early one,
TV show with
no, not Bill Bixby. I'm talking about the first. I think they came out in the 2000s. They were
like the shitty one with
they were so bad.
Lee?
Yeah, they were so bad. I just didn't know if you watched those. Okay.
Well, I mean, of course. I mean, it was the Incredible Hulk, and I mean, then I was high as a kite when I went and saw the next one with Ed Norton.
Good for you.
Like, that's a story for a different time.
Yeah, that is.
But yeah, that's yeah.
Okay. I'm going to knock a quick one out here. This is from Golden God. Question for the show. What's your favorite ice cream? Or custard? See what I did there?
Custard.
Favorite ice cream, Easy?
Oh, my goodness. Heath Bar Crunch.
Ooh, good choice. Hazel?
Mint Oreo cookie.
Damn, so close. So close. It's mint chocolate chip. That's the correct answer.
That's the correct answer.
All right. We're getting up there in time. Let's get a few more here. Who's next?
Easy. Did you see one?
Yeah. Sneaky
with the win. Gatr is a basic bitch. There we go.
What? Dude. Come on. Come on, man.
Let's call him Karen. It's okay.
You know why? Okay, wait a minute now. Hold on. You know why I like mint chocolate chip? Because no one in my family likes it. And it means I can buy it and no one's going to sneak a bunch of bites out of it.
Hey, amen, brother.
I mean, we speak the same language here, Easy. I hate it. My son is the biggest mooch. He will, if he finds that you have an energy drink, he'll grab it. So what I do is I bait him. I actually put the energy drinks he likes out in the other fridge and I hide mine. I swear it's so bad, man. Anyway.
See, I had that for the longest time with peanut butter. I was the only one that ate it. And then we got a dog. So then I had to share my peanut butter with the dog.
What?
Jeez.
Yeah, with like
I don't want to ask you what you were doing with that peanut butter, Hazel. But
no,
it's okay.
No. Come on now.
I'm sorry I went down that road.
All right. I'll do a quick one.
All right, go for it.
Question for the show, Sneaky Snake. Is it easy being easy? Now I have 3 kids. It's stressful as hell.
Yeah. Rocky Road, Warcry. That's a close second, dude.
Yep. Salted caramel with Sneaky Snake.
That's good. I've had that too. It's very good. You get the sweet and the salty. It's a perfect mix.
Yep.
All
and
right.
again, Gatr is a basic bitch. That's
that's
Peanut Butter Passion.
No.
I don't know.
I'm deleting that answer. I'm deleting it.
I don't know if Peanut Butter Passion is the name of
I'm deleting that message.
ice cream or not, but I don't know. It's a little sus. I don't know what he's talking about there.
Moonshine apple pie, of course, Warcry.
Who knew? Who saw that?
You know I love you, Reason. You know I love you. Man.
Sneaky Snake. Question for the group: who is the best host of the Guardian Downcast?
Oh, jeez. I'm gonna say Elmer Fudd. Oh, we talking about the new show or the old show? The old show, I'd have to say, definitely not Gatr. Shit, it's definitely gonna be Elmer Fudd for me.
Easy.
No. Gatr and Hazel make this show work. I mean, there's no denying it. They did from day one. They make.
No, I think you had something to do with that too. Easy.
I have to say that man, I'm a little jealous that y'all have rocked it for as long as you have.
We've endured
done a great job.
We've endured our 3-hour shows.
Y'all have got a great community. You've got a great run list. Y'all are killing it, man.
Thanks.
Congratulations to you too.
Dude, we miss you. We really do.
Yes, we do.
You can ask Hazel. I mention you just about every other week. I mean, I'm like, that's something Easy would say.
Yep, exactly. I mean, you're my answer, Easy. You are.
Whatever.
There we go.
No, I'm serious, man. Because without you, I mean, it's funny. People will go back and they listen to the older episodes, and then they're just like, oh, can you bring back that section that Easy was doing, like Gun of the Month? Like we brought that back, and then we're like, oh fuck, we forgot about that.
I'll tell you, spoiler alert here. I'm going to put a ton of Easy bits or sound bites at the end of the show this week.
Do it.
I'm going to do it. I'm going to load it up. Be ready, chat. All right. We're at 45 minutes, so let's rein it in here. Let's grab some more real quick.
I didn't see anything else within.
Well, I have one actually. It's got from a guy named Easy. It says, question for the show, longtime listener, first time caller. Have you ever smart ass. Have you ever or do you talk about video games or the podcast with people out in the real world, like friends, work colleagues, or your kids, friends, parents? I'll pose that.
I'm going to let y'all go first because I knew my answer when I asked it.
Sure. Hazel?
So with this, my answer was no for the longest time. And then I just mentioned something in passing to my boss. And it was like one of those things, like you just watch the dam bust. And she was like, oh my God. And she just erupted with like all of these like games that she plays, and she plays with her husband and just nice. Like this hardcore gamer. And I'm just like, oh my God. Okay. Well, hey, here we go. All right.
There's a lot of us out there that play games and just don't talk about it because there's such a fallacy that video games are for kids. That's the farthest from the truth. I love playing video games because it keeps my mind sharp. I know it doesn't always come through, but it does. It keeps my mind sharp and it keeps my hand-eye coordination good. Back when I played baseball, I love it. And yes, I promote our podcast all the time. And some people look at me like, what's a podcast? I go, oh, right. Lord. What's your answer, Easy?
So not really. I've got it. It's funny. The guy that I was talking about that taught me magic, we got pretty drunk on his back porch one night. And I found out that he was a hardcore Destiny 1 player.
Really?
Like, hardcore. He listened to Datto and the Destiny podcast, and then who's the lore guy? Bife. He was naming all these people, and I was like, really? Like, he played more than I did. And then when Destiny 2 came out, he just kind of put up shop and said that he couldn't do it anymore. And I've known a lot of people like that hit Destiny 1 so hard that they didn't even give Destiny 2 a chance.
Wow. They just burned themselves out, you think? Is that what you're saying?
Oh, yeah. I know a lot of people that burn themselves out because, if you think about what Destiny 1 did is they married some of the best ways to play video games. You had the best first-person shooter tied to like an RPG, tied to like a multiplayer, like competitive scenes somewhat. And it's a little bit of what everybody does well in this package. And I'll argue nobody does what Destiny does, right? Whether you like it or not, there's not another competitor out there on the market still to this day.
They created their own gaming category.
Yeah.
An action shooter. Now it's an action MMO shooter. I mean, how many of those? How many games like that are out there? And it's a looter shooter. Come on.
Yeah, it's everything.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of weird because, I mean, the game that Destiny is now is so drastically different than it was in vanilla D2.
Right.
And it's so different than it was at the end of even D1. I mean, now it's almost like a TV show now, where basically you tune in on Tuesdays, you knock out the story mission, and then if you want to do something else, you can. If not, you don't have to.
That's very true.
I mean, it's kind of crazy like that.
Yeah, I agree.
So,
trying to push it along here. I got one from Red Grackle on Xbox. Question for the show. Lots of speculation going into next week's big reveal. Which is more likely, the return of Nathan Fillion as Cade 6 or Shah Han revealed as the focus of season 15?
Oh, God. Sorry. I just had chills because of
Shah Han? Astacross?
Paul Tassi?
Yeah, exactly. Oh my God. Please don't let that be the focus. I think we kind of got a little teaser, didn't we?
Yeah, I think we did have a little bit of a
let's talk about this. Okay. Okay.
For real?
Marasov.
You're gonna do it?
I'm gonna all right, spoiler alert, okay?
Spoiler about an announcement that was made.
It's an announcement, exactly, Des. You mentioned that earlier. It's Marasov. My favorite character in Destiny is coming back, and this is what I want to know. What the hell is Osiris doing behind her? Why is he with her? Are they both in the dark? Are they both in darkness?
No.
I don't know.
Osiris.
I mean, Sosiris?
Oh, no.
But
yeah, no. I don't want to see a Cade 7, not Cade 6, as the Gatr mentioned there. And I definitely don't want to see Astacross, Paul Tassi, Shah Han as the focus of season 15.
I avoid him.
I don't. But he has bounties.
Oh, I've got him. I've got him piled up.
God.
Piled up and ready, baby.
You do. Yeah.
Yep.
I bet you do.
Now, I will say this. You go ahead, Kingsley. You can record this and use it later against me. I don't think Nathan Fillion's going to be back. It's going to be Nolan North. But I think Cade 7 will be back after the Darkness episodes are done. After the Darkness theme is over. I think when they go to the new part of the new Destiny world, which will be Destiny Online, I think Cade 7 will be back. It's already in the lore. So, just my 2 cents. All right. One more each for you, Hazel, and one more each for you, Easy, and we're done. We have to move on.
I'm just going to do it real quick. What's the strongest drink you've ever had by Arisen Phoenix? I don't know what the proof is, but in high school, we used to drink this drink called Mad Dog 2020.
That was the strongest? That's sangria, dude. That's sangria. Okay, it's high school. Okay, never mind.
Well, essentially, I mean, I've had like Everclear, and I've had some really good.
Well, you just answered mine.
I can't remember Bacardi. Anyway, I've been drunk, but I've almost never been as drunk as I've ever been on Mad Dog 2020 when I was in high school, because you would drink it, and you would be drunk for about 3 or 4 minutes, and then you'd be sick.
Sangria is so sweet, and that's what I love. So I love sweet drinks, so it'll sneak up on you. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know about me. I mean, I don't really drink strong stuff, but I drink a lot of stuff. So Yeah, I'm the type of drunk that basically I drink, I get thirstier, so I drink more.
That's right.
Like, for anybody who doesn't know, I started the show drinking this shitty birthday cake blonde ale. And yeah, it sounds as shitty as it is. Then my wife brought down me a whiskey barrel stout.
Nice.
So I drank that. And then for some reason, I've been slowly still drinking the birthday cake ale going.
Hey, you don't want to waste it. I mean, even if it's warm.
Yeah, exactly. It's not tasting any better either.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So I just drink a lot of stuff. So I don't really have like the strongest drink ever or anything.
For me, in high school, for senior week, we put a whole thing of Clear Springs in a watermelon. We froze it, not froze it, put it in a cooler. And damn, I never been so drunk. That stuff hits so hard. Clear Springs. Okay. Finish us out. Finish it out here, Hazel.
Okay. We are going to wrap up with a question from Golden God. Question for the show. Does your significant other play video games as well? My wife will only play Final Fantasy VII, and that's it.
Well, I think we know Easy's answer, but
yeah. Mine is hell no.
yeah. For me, my wife says she's not, quote, a gamer, but I catch her on her phone all the time playing Bejeweled, a lot of mobile games, but she's not a console gamer. So she doesn't call herself a gamer because she doesn't play on a console or a computer, but I'm calling BS. So she does roll her eyes like your wife, Hazel. And every time I mention Destiny or Battlefield or anything coming up, she rolls her eyes and just carries on. What about you, Hazel?
My wife doesn't consider herself a gamer. But I mean, she'll play Mario Kart with my daughter and I. And I think it's one of those things where she just gets like super competitive. Like she hates losing to me.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, it just leads her down this like rabbit hole of like, okay, I just want to like beat his ass so bad. And she like gets all the red shells and fucking fires them at me. And I just get so fucking angry. And it's just not a fun time whenever she does game. But meanwhile, my daughter's in the middle, just like you guys aren't talking to each other.
Silent treatment. Let me ask you this: board games. Are your wives very competitive when it comes to board games?
Oh yeah, we do. We've got all sorts of games. We play a game called Splendor, which is kind of like a resource management board game.
Okay,
it's almost like the resource management of an RPG. Mm-hmm. And she smokes me every time. And I've beaten her like once, and I found out that she let me win. So.
Oh man.
Yeah, I know.
Oof. Ouch.
But you, Hazel.
Yeah. My wife is big into board games. I'm pretty sure that like she would like be willing to like push me down the steps just to make sure she wins.
Oh my God. Well, my wife's not that bad, but I used to bowl with my wife in a family league, and she's so competitive. She doesn't catch on and bowl really well right off the bat. She's just like, I'm done. I don't want to do it anymore. And board games, oh yeah. We play with other couples, like some kind of party game or something, and holy crap. I'm competitive too, but we're both very competitive, but we've had those silent treatments before, Hazel. So, yeah. Well, hey, everyone, as usual, fantastic questions from our community. I'm so humbled every week you guys think of us to even put questions in that podcast questions channel. Thank you for doing that. And if we didn't answer yours tonight, me and Hazel are going to sift through all these and make sure we didn't forget anybody tonight. And we're going to have them pinned for next week, which, by the way, for the first week of Season of the Lost, we're going to have Jealous. Jealous is going to be there for our first week of the new season. Spoiler alert. Did I say that? I'm supposed to say that beforehand, aren't I? I'm sorry. Anyway.
It depends. Is it an announcement or just kidding?
Yeah, exactly. So we're looking forward to that. I haven't talked to Jealous in a while. It's going to be cool to talk to him again, see what he's up to. So, okay. Well, without further ado, Mr. Elmer Fudd, Let's hear it.
Guardian Downcast. Guardian Downcast. Yeah, Guardian Downcast. This is an intro. Guardian Downcast. Guardian. Not copyright. Guardian Downcast.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the final segment of our show. This is where we pick our songs for our award-winning Guardian Downcast show playlist. Just a little sample of what all of us here like to listen to, and we invite you to listen to it as well. Just search for Guardian Downcast show playlist on Spotify. And, of course, we're now on iTunes for all you Apple platformers out there. I always put the links in our show notes, show description. If you want to tune in and see what we add every week, we now have 767 songs, 54 hours, and 51 minutes of music, representing all of us and all of our past guests from nearly 3 years now. So check that out. It's pretty cool. All right, Mr. Easy, what do you got for us tonight, man?
So my first song is an old song by a band that I cherished in high school, and it big influence in my life. And it's the Smashing Pumpkins, and the very first song is Rhinoceros off of the album Gish. Gish was their first album. It's very raw, but it is, I feel like it's 1A and 1B with Siamese Dream. Both of those albums are just so good.
Yeah, I heard that. I listened to it that night you added it. It's a really good song.
Yeah.
Really nice. Cool. What's your second one?
Yeah, my second one is Hungry. The song is Hungry by a band called White Lung. They are kind of like they consider themselves punk, but they're just kind of like a Canadian pop punk band. Whole album is great riffs, great drums, great vocals. It's I don't know how I came across it, but I jammed that album probably all week leading up to this.
You were fretting over your song picks. I'm like, wow. That's I appreciate that, man. You need to put a lot of thought into it.
Yep.
Very nice, man. Very cool.
Nice. Yeah, I checked out White Lung, and yeah, I really liked it.
Okay. Hazel, what did you pick tonight, man?
All right, so my first song, here we are, is Fever Dog by Stillwater, and this is from the Almost Famous soundtrack.
Oh, that's a great movie.
Hazel, that's like one of my favorite movies of all time. I saw you put that in there, and it blew me. That soundtrack is phenomenal. It's so good.
That whole movie is just great.
Yeah.
It's a great movie.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I'm a big fan of Cameron Crowe's, I guess older movies at this point.
Yeah.
Just because they're just, fantastic movies. They just take you on a journey.
Yeah.
So
it's funny. Did you know that Almost Famous and Vanilla Sky were produced like a year apart, and they have a lot of the same actors and actresses, and the music for both movies are just incredible.
I'm gonna have to watch Vanilla Sky again, because I just remember just not really liking it that much. I don't know why, but I'll have to check it out again.
Drink a couple beers and just sit back and take it all in. It is a very artistic, very well done movie. If you can stand Tom Cruise, you got to deal with Tom Cruise. But at least there's Penelope Cruz on the other side. So
that's true. I didn't get that. I didn't get Vanilla Sky. I watched it. I didn't get it. It's a little too.
I love it. I love that movie.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I'll have to check it out again. I did add. I don't know if you. What the other movie that he did, Elizabethtown.
Yeah, that's good. Orlando Bloom.
Yeah.
Yes,
that's
good.
Yeah. That was good.
Yep. Yeah, it's funny to see that. I got a message from a couple people, and they were just like, "That's one of my favorite movies ever." And I'm like, "Yes, exactly. That's same here. One of my favorite movies ever."
Nice.
And then my second song, I couldn't find one, so I had to go off of my list. And I went with a song actually by Lil Nas X, Montero.
Okay.
So.
Very cool. Tonight I'm choosing my two songs directly from that show I mentioned earlier, Watch the Sound with Mark Ronson. Man, I'm telling you, if you like music documentaries. It's just so good. Just so damn good. If I could, I'd add 10 songs from that show tonight, but I can only pick 2. So this first artist is very not like me. It's not a pick I'm usually all about prog rock, right? But this is an American Grammy Award winner. She's a singer-songwriter, was born in West Memphis, Arkansas. And I just heard a small riff during the show, and I had to pause the show and go find this song. It was that beautiful. It is such a great written song, and very, very beautiful. She actually was a backing vocalist for Chance the Rapper, which you actually could see her on when he was there on Saturday Night Live that one time. She's collaborated with Ed Sheeran, Sam Smith, and of course Mark Ronson. That's how I saw her in the show. She's released this one I picked out is actually a single. It's not even off an album. It's just her latest single she has out. And Mrs. Gatr, by the way, Hazel, approved this song. It's the song October Sky, which actually mentions the Twin Towers falling in the song. It's a very heartfelt song. And just you listen to it, I'm telling you, you'll be humming it all day tomorrow. It's the artist known as Abigail Elizabeth Smith, or otherwise known as Yebba, Yebba. Put on some good earbuds, headphones, whatever, and you'll just be blown away like I was. Really, a really fresh and unique voice. For my second pick, members of this band were actually interviewed in the last episode when they were talking about synthesizers, so of course I was in. They're from Birmingham, UK. Hope I said that right.
Oh, there we go.
They formed in 1978, and I am proudly from the MTV generation where they were the first leading band of MTV's second British invasion of the 80s. And even though this band has had members come and go, the core group, Nick Rhodes and John Taylor, have never disbanded, and they still play today. I even have one of their more current albums. This band has sold over 100 million records, making them one of the best-selling music artists of all time. So the song I chose, I probably wore out the cassette, actually. I actually wore out the cassette player, probably. I played this album so many times. It's from their iconic album, Rio, and it's the band of my youth. It's Duran Duran. And the song is Save a Prayer. Mrs. Gatr.
Great pick.
I love that song. The synthesizer at the beginning, just so iconic. Mrs. Gatr chose a song tonight, even though she was busy with school and stuff. She says, as a compliment to Mr. Gator's song, I present with you Florence and the Machine, and it's the song Jenny of Oldstones from, I don't know if you remember, but it was from the Game of Thrones soundtrack.
Nice.
Florence and the Machine. That was a good pick, too. So
That's right.
Yeah, I actually heard it. It's a pretty good song. And she was having a hard time finding a song this week, and I said, hey, don't force it. If you don't have a song this week, don't worry about it. And she found that one. I was like, okay, I'll put that one in. That's a good one.
Yeah. You were like, don't worry about it. I'll steal your pick later. It's okay.
No, she was pissed because I found this song October Sky before she could. I think she was more mad than I was. Hey everyone, if you like what you're listening to, do us a favor, spread the word out there. Hit that share button on your podcast app. And, we don't really promote it other than right now. And, I try to mention stuff on Twitter and wherever I can out in the real world. But just you telling your friends about our show is much appreciated. So thank you for that. Easy. Dude, I had a great time tonight, man. That's a wrap.
Yeah.
Yes.
I appreciate it, man. What a good time. I've been looking forward to this ever since we kind of started talking about it like
months ago.
Yeah, months ago. A year ago.
Oh man. So we had a great time. Hopefully you'll be back again. Maybe talk your wife.
Hopefully, yeah. Y'all just have to let me know and then
okay.
I'll make it happen.
Maybe for War Christ Christmas special.
Cool.
We'll see. Okay. Well, where can people find you, sir, if they want to look for you?
I'm in the Discord. If you need to get a hold of me, just get a hold of me in the Discord. I'm in easy in the Discord. I most of my other channels have been either minimally used or I try to minimize most of my social media, but I'm back in the Discord. I plan on hanging out for a while. So Excellent. If you want to connect, just hit me up on Discord.
I think we should officially call him one of our gaming ambassadors. What do you think, Hazel? Because he's always putting in some games to try. Yeah, I'll have to make that up tonight.
I like it. And I'm going to, challenge you to put out reviews, man. Put them in the Discord.
Yes. As our new gaming ambassador.
I'm doing it, man.
Okay. I'll write up Persona 5 Strikers. I just finished it. And man, I loved it. I just got to put my words on a page. I appreciate that.
Yeah. Also, I know you shared a couple other reviews. Throw those in there too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely. Cool. Hazel, where can people find you, good sir?
Hazel, NT, anywhere and everywhere. Quick and easy.
You can find me on Twitter. I'm at Todd the Gatr. Remember, that's Gatr. You can also find me on Steam and PS4 as Gatr, all caps, Gatr, underscores in between. And on YouTube, Gatr-Guardian Downcast, where our episodes also post every week. And if you like talking Battlefield, check out my new podcast, Battlefield Gamers Podcast. It's now up. We just had Joe Taco on a couple weeks ago. I don't put these out every week. I put them out, I think, every couple weeks, but Gamescom is coming up soon. And I'm curious to see what Battlefield 2042 is going to release. So I'm going to have an episode as soon as I know more there. We talk gaming news about Battlefield and our experiences, and also hear people's stories of past Battlefield gaming. So I'm looking forward to doing those again. And also check out our Discord. We have a bunch of great gamers in here. In fact, we're doing our live stage channel tonight, where we have several people that have stopped by. We thank you for that, everyone. Stopping and saying hey and giving me a hard time. Warcry. But anyway, just go to GuardianDowncast.com. All our details, every way you can reach us is there. You can find our podcast, Guardian Downcast, on any podcast app out there. And you can go to the website directly and play episodes in any order you like, including some of the ones this guy was in. So, excellent. All right. Before we go, we got to have a Scumdeath Corner. What do you got this week, Uncle Scumdeath?
Hello, and welcome to Scumdeath's Corner. I've not got much to say this week, but this time next week, I will be at the Silverstone racetrack watching the MotoGP with Valentino Rossi, Marc Marquez racing motorbikes, giving it some beans. So I think I might leave it there. Next week's might be more interesting than this week's. See you later.
Hey everyone, continue to be safe out there, and more importantly, take care of one another.
Guardians are measured by their ability to come back from defeat. So stand. Fight!
Thank you all so very much for listening. And later, Guardian.
Get toddled.
Bye, Felicia.
Perfect. I was hoping you would say that. Don't mess with beer, man.
You need a different beer? Is that not going to work?
You may grab you a Heineken. We grab you a Heineken.
I'm gonna need a different beer eventually. Oh Jesus!
Oh my God! I'll get you a Heineken. I got a Heine in here somewhere. I'll find one. All right.
It's okay. You can leave the Heine alone.
Okay. Did I record that last part? I don't even know.
Oh, Jesus.
I did.
Amateur bullshit continues.
I recorded it. I just wanted to get you all worked up. All right, here we go. You want to read through it one more time? This time with feeling? Now we got a dry run on it.
Oh, was that not enough feeling for you? Man, that ain't fair. You promised some payback. Alrighty, that sounds like it'd be less money in somebody's pocket. So we stayed up till 1 o'clock, pounding them out. Hey man, I've been thinking about paying someone $20 to get me the Recluse.